He's got it all figured out, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. All right. Well, I think
Thanks.
we're live. I think we're live now. I think we're recording the audio for the podcast.
That's a spirit.
Blinky Jedi says Carl has no black fans. I will text Earl David Reed
I was
right
just
now.
going to say, I think EDR likes you.
I will text him right now and get him to come on the show just to vouch for me. And then, all right, now you got to go. It's enough.
He's like, I don't know about fan, but
Well, he seems to pay a little bit of attention.
he's a StutJo
How's your
fan.
camera angle? Should I?
What? What are you doing? Why?
Do that?
Sure. You feel better?
No. I feel like you're making fun of me now.
No. Stop it.
I'm trying to get fired.
Oh, God. This fucking... Did you watch any of the Stephanie Miller episode I sent out?
Yeah.
It's fucking great. This is the greatest thing we've ever gotten is these Stephanie Miller episodes.
Yeah. I'll save it for the show.
Save it
Yeah.
for the show. It's so fucking funny.
I have
But-
to watch it in advance because I'll want to stop it every second. Every
Yeah.
single beat is worth commenting on.
I will tell you once again, I got to the 30-minute mark, and I'm like, I have too many clips, so I did not watch the whole thing. It's going to be a two-parter as usual.
It's glorious.
Every day is Carlmas.
Every day. It's crazy. Oh, look at even Jake Hudson agrees. I don't know who he agrees with. Maybe just me. But he says Carl is awesome. Thanks, Jake.
It's really sweet.
Johnny Lev says he's black and that he loves me homosexually.
Yeah.
That is my type.
Ouch.
Oh, does that offend you? Oh, here come the rumors. Jesus. It can't be good. Annie, you're telling me I had a tab muted or you had a tab muted? What's going on? Can people hear everything? Should we test something real quick? Like,
It's been a hard
Nice.
and the rest.
all right. Hopefully that's all working for everyone. Sounds great, says Annie. Okay. Very good, very good. Aw, thanks, Catherine. I can't remember the last time I've seen Catherine around these parts. I, too, unironically think Carl is awesome. Unironically. That's so sad that someone has to say, I like Carl. Unironically. It's not a good sign. But I'll take it. It's all good.
There was a time where somebody showed me a compliment they read. Somebody wrote in the chat. It said, Adam's just like Howard Stern. They're like, see, isn't that awesome? It's like, no, that's not a compliment. That's not what they mean. They're not saying that in a good way when they're
No,
saying
yeah,
like
it's
Howard
not-
Stern.
it's not.
They mean now.
Oh, you
Yeah.
wear a wig.
Exactly. And I've lied about it forever.
Jake Hudson, Carl, did you see that I had a big celebrity on my stream on Monday? And you have Adam Bush.
Wow.
Who was? I think I did see something like that. Who did Jake have on his show? I mean, why would you tease me like that? Just put in the name, because now it just makes me look dumb.
So we don't have to watch.
And what did I do to you, Jake? I was a huge deal when I was on your show. Now I'm just discardable. Okay.
Well, that's what
I'll see how
happens
it is.
now. It's just
tough
like the
town.
goal. You give Aaron $300.
Yeah.
And as soon as he's got the money,
Next day,
doesn't give a shit.
chopped liver.
Not even the next day. 3 minutes later, he's like, "All right, we're packing up. Give me some money this afternoon. I'll be back on."
I quit.
Some people can't enjoy themselves.
We have review girl Megan is in the house.
Ooh.
Howdy, Megan. Silent Shape says it sounds good. Now I know you're lying. Oh yeah, Tony Reali. Thank you. You reminded me. I did see that. I was a huge fan of Around the Horn for years. I watched that show. Tony Reali's great. How the fuck did you land that, Jake? So what's going on here?
He's a good friend.
What kind of world are we living in? This guy hosted a show on ESPN for decades.
They'd been looking for a project to do together for a while, and we're just happy that the time finally lined up.
Wow. Very cool, Jake. Everyone check out Jake Hudson's channel that's spelled wrong. You'll find it. I'm sure you'll find it. You know what's not spelled wrong is supertip.gg/WATP. Although I heard Hackride giving me shit, Casey Day was, for not having a van in the URL that redirects it. Hunter Duke, our buddy.
I do the most pro tour fun show Carl, will you be copying the toe in Detroit by getting drunk and staying at the back bar area while the golden voice tells you to shut the fuck up? Classic toe.
I am going to play some of the leaked footage from the 11th year anniversary that Aaron put on. Have you guys seen that yet?
I have not.
It's incredible.
I bet it's a blast.
It is incredible. I don't know what Aaron's ever thinking, but this
No.
is...
Even just his choice of karaoke song is just like mind-boggling. You don't know where he's coming from.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, which one are you talking about? Because he did
I'm talking about the
Invisible
Genesis
Touch.
one.
Yeah, Invisible
Yeah.
Touch. Yeah, he did not know how to sing that.
It's a
Could
nobody's
not
key.
find the range on that one at all. But then he was singing Mama, I'm Coming Home after the show to a completely empty bar. And he's like, everybody! Mama!
The janitor.
Yes. Really sad. Really sad stuff. Also, Jake has a big celebrity on, and now he thinks he's booked on WATP. Is that what's going on here?
Smooth.
Well, you could maybe talk Adam into doing that shit, but I'm running a show right now, Jake. So
I don't know why you had to throw me under the bus to make yourself look good, Jake. It felt very, very.
That's a
very
good
personal.
point.
yeah,
Seemed
that's a
unnecessary.
good point.
Now that's psychiatry.
All right, are we everything's working, everything's running. We can start the show up probably.
Yeah. Did you want to have an abortion real fast before we start, or are we good?
What is that supposed to mean?
I thought you were an abortion guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
1 week he's scooter guy.
Yeah, I don't understand. Every week.
I know. I'm so past that in my life now. I
Wow.
forget. I forget that's my thing. Shit. But when Aaron said that, it cut me very deep.
Yeah.
He got me good with that one. I'm gonna have a tissue at the ready for myself.
Tissue guy.
Listen, I didn't get any flat tires today. What else do we have to talk about?
Yeah, your bike is ruined.
I know. I still haven't brought it back to the shop. The shop. It's depressing.
Everything's good going from point A to point B, right? We're all.
Jesus.
I've already lost control.
This guy's a wreck.
I haven't even started yet. It's already off the rails.
I don't care who I hurt.
Today's show is brought to you by MagicMind, the world's first mental performance shot. Right now, we're asking our listeners to take the 7-day challenge. Drink MagicMind for 7 days in a row to see how it helps your mood and productivity. Get 50% off your subscription. Visit magicmind.com/WATP50 and use the promo code WATP50.
I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
I say, who's the fucking retard working the boards? Oh, it's John.
He's just a slow, dim-witted dum-dum.
Episode
643.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Cuz-a-roo.
Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, Rubbernecks and Cuzzaroos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the only show that's dishing the hot goss with limited immunity. I'm your host, Carl. With me every Wednesday, a man I only hired because I thought he could get great guests from Hollywood for us. It's Adam Bush. What's up, Adam?
I'm looking good, feeling good. How you doing, Carl?
I am fantastic. Producer Chris is here as well.
Hello.
Please go to whoarethese.com. Get our email address, voicemail number, link to the subreddit, link to our Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and then link to Patreon and Supercast, featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every month. You can also sign up on YouTube. It's all the same content that you get wherever you sign up. Tomorrow, I'm doing a bonus show at 12:30 Eastern with Lucy Tightbox and Husey. We'll be breaking down this Karmic X and Felicia weekend, among other things. But I wanted to get Lucy's perspective on some of the body language we saw from Karmic X, because he didn't seem like he was comfortable around girls. So we'll be talking about that. And then the aftermath, when I was watching on Tukey Soup last night, where Carmack has this amazing weekend with a lovely lady, and he's back in his hometown and sobbing and complaining on his stream already. Didn't take long for things to turn sour for him, so.
He stole my act.
That'll be fun. We'll be talking about that. Patreon.com/YouAreThesePodcast to get the bonus stuff in it, or also support the show. We will be live at the Villa Roma Resort in the Catskills on September 5th. WATPlive.com is where you want to go. This is going to be a fantastic show. I believe Lucy Tightbox was just added to the show.
Fantastic.
And obviously we already have the great Adam Bush. We have Anthony Cumia. Used to be on a show called The Opie and Anthony Show. We're going to have Missy, Jenny, Chrissy. Producer Chris is going to be there. We might even pull some other special guests out of our asses. It's very possible. So get your tickets, WATPlive.com. Check us out live September 5th at 7:30 p.m. Also, we encourage our listeners, give us 5 stars wherever we review podcasts, and then shit over us in the comments section. We will have Review Girls on later to read the latest comments and play some games with us. Today, we'll be talking about Stavros Halkias and Chris Distefano taking over 2 Bears, 1 Cave for the summer and making that show good. The Fighter and the Kid are trying something new to rebuild their audience. Stuttering John's second day on the job with Stephanie Miller might be worse than the first. SteelToe's anniversary show leaked, and it couldn't be more embarrassing for Aaron. Also, another round of Is It Gay with Megan and 2 Minutes with Tom with Cardiff. But first, Opie took a day off, but he was back this morning streaming with a whole new morning stream.
Ba, 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 ba.
It starts off the way it usually starts off, but Opie's a little off his game. He took a day off, and he's kind of lost the muscle memory a little bit, and had a rough go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. We are, you know by now, right? We're way out east on Long Island. That's the ocean. We're looking for tsunamis. Are the tsunamis going to hit us today? Stammering through the first line of a live stream is never good, right? My brothers and sisters. All right, let's slow it down a little bit. Show the cup of coffee. First sip of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, he's a little fired up about the tsunami talk, so he couldn't get it out fast enough. And just a reminder, tsunamis are not going to hit the Long Island beaches here. I think he's going to be safe. I think they're more concerned about, well, obviously Russia, Hawaii, maybe Alaska, California, places like that. I think Opie is going to be all right. But he does bring it up quite a bit. There's a lot of tsunami talk after the, 8.8 earthquake. Seemed like a pretty big deal. But Opie's going to tell us about his week because, as we know, they dropped the kids out. The kids all went to Philly for 7 to 10 days. So now it's just him and the missus having a romantic week together.
Last I left you, me and my wife, we've been having a very romantic week because the kids are down there in Philly with the in-laws, hanging out with the cousins. They went down to the Wildwood. They were on the Wildwood boardwalk. And while they're doing that, we're chilling up here way out east on Long Island. And we're going out to dinners. We're having glorious beach days. We're catching up on our programs. The Bear sucks this season.
Checks out.
And then, I was like, hey, we got some good salmon in the fridge that's been defrosting for 3 days. Key to the story.
Okay. He really does set up a fun tale, doesn't he? It's very compelling. Like, oh, there's salmon involved? Sign me up. But he said something in there that I've never heard him say before. I think we might be having an influence on this man. Because he talked about going out to dinner. He's never brought that up before. And he's telling more about his family's lives and his personal life than he ever does.
I was going to ask you, does he talk about his wife and their romance historically? Is that a thing he brings up?
No. And he also doesn't say where the kids are and what they're doing. Aside from pizza day at school, obviously. That was a big one.
Yeah, and that overnight trip they had that
Yeah.
one time. This is proof that he's watching this stuff and he's basing it on reaction to that.
Yes, and we're going to see more evidence of that. The weather report stuff is really bothering him. He doesn't like that people keep bringing up that he's just giving us weather reports all the time. But so that's interesting. He starts it off by saying, I've had a romantic week with my wife. And then it turns out they're just watching TV.
And defrosting salmon.
Defrosting salmon.
The only thing he could actually provide some details on was the show he had watched.
Yeah.
That's the only, see, I did watch The Bear.
Yeah, The Bear. It's not very good. Okay.
Humans do that. Isn't that what people do?
That's what people do.
Couples, I
And
know.
talking about the TV shows you watch when you don't have a personality is a great thing to do. Why not? Oh, you got nothing else to talk about? You watched a thing on TV last night, right? Tell us about that. Cool. Well, Opie then regales us with some interesting information that he learned from his buddy Carl Ruiz. Now, Carl Ruiz, of course, is a chef. So he would know a thing or two about food and how it's sold and packaged.
When you go to the supermarket, right, and then you got the chicken and the steak and the pork and the fishes, right? It's all fresh and nice. But then when you start seeing them prepackaged and they got Greek spices on it and they got this type of spice on it and they make it all nice for you in the packaging, that means, brothers and sisters, that means the shit's going bad and they're trying to get rid of it. So their last hope is if we spice this crap up, make it all nice and easy for everybody, they'll buy it and we'll get rid of the old product.
Why does he talk like this? He knows what he's saying is very boring. Yeah. So he has to make it all
He's trying to
sing-songy.
drown out the voices in his head that are telling him much worse things than what he's saying.
I think he's mad at us. He knows we can't stand it.
Oh, you think
And
he's torturing
he's listening
me?
to us.
He's torturing me right
Yeah.
now? I do think he might be schizophrenic. I'm coming around on that theory. He is
And he thinks-
battling voices in the back of his
Yeah,
head all day long.
It shouldn't be that loud, even if it's it shouldn't be. Even if he thinks it's funny or radio campy, it shouldn't be so angry.
You know, I wonder that neighbor who almost died because he told him to run into the ocean to the riptide.
Oh, the posh gentleman. Yeah.
He ran into him like a week later, and the guy was like a huge Opie and Anthony fan, and he lives right next door or something like that. Yeah. I wonder if he just sits out there in the morning and just listens to this idiot
for free
scream from the balcony. It must be fun.
He's probably a troll.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Of course he's a troll. I'm a fan of you, Opie. Wait a second.
Yeah, it never happens.
Hold on.
But what Carl Ruiz was saying about the fish is not wrong.
Of course.
Yeah.
I worked in restaurants.
Yeah, but
special board.
we
is
go
all
out for
the shit you gotta
sushi
get
and we
rid of.
try and get the wild shit. It's like, you might not want to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
and that was
that's
something
true.
to open your morning radio show with 15 years ago when it was in Anthony Bourdain's book and everybody was talking about that. This is not a hot topic. This is old news. He's just learning about, and he's going to school us on it.
Well, he's going to explain this dinner that he made. And this is compelling stuff right here. You know, he's already set up this tale of hanging out with his wife, this romantic week they're having together with watching television and defrosting salmon. So where are we going from here?
So it's grilled salmon with the special spices from the supermarket. It's the lemon potatoes I made from scratch. She made a Greek salad, and we're gonna eat and then watch our programs.
Cool.
In different rooms.
Yeah. To finally get to do that now that the kids are away and the house is all yours, you can finally do that. Because what's been keeping you from doing that for the last 30 years?
That's what you do when the kids are home, too.
Right.
And is he stretching for time? Is that why he has to talk about how we had the lemon potatoes and she's making a Greek salad?
Yeah, I
Sounds
think
good.
he is. I think
I don't think he has a lot prepared, so he's trying to fill some time before his guest comes on, which we'll get into. That's something else. But I'm thinking that maybe the reason why people weren't excited about my Southwest Airlines story or my flat tire story is I wasn't doing enough of this.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then I'm riding on my bicycle and I feel like something's slippery behind me and I went,
Why do you
whoa!
talk that way?
Yeah.
Is my tire going flat?
You're also not making up the details as you go along. They're facts that you just have, so
that
you
does
don't
make
have
it more
to
boring.
stall for time.
right, yeah, he has to like come up with what the story
Yeah,
actually
a
is.
lot of it, and he has to remember to include his wife and make it seem like there's this dynamic they
Oh yes,
have.
she made a salad. I swear to
Right.
God, she's
Throwing that
totally
in
in there
there.
making salads.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this is what happened after. I'm sure you guys can guess. He was off the day before.
I know I disappeared for an hour after we ate. And I can only speak for myself. I got explosive food poisoning. So yesterday morning when I was supposed to live stream, right, I woke up, I was cramping. I was cramping so bad I couldn't sleep. It was horrendous. So cheers to that. Isn't that fun?
I don't know a lot about food poisoning. Is it possible that it's not because he bought salmon that was pre-seasoned? Is it because he let it defrost for 3 days? Because you're not supposed to do that. No. That's way too long to let something defrost for. When you freeze meat, you got to unfreeze it and cook it. It's not like let's freeze it, and then we'll put it back in the fridge for a while.
Sure.
When we're ready, we'll throw it on the grill.
It was frozen for a reason to begin with.
Yes. So I think this might be operator error.
Oh, you think?
I'm just throwing it out there. I understand it's the older meat that you're seasoning and you want to get rid of at the grocery store, but it's also this pumped full of preservatives and shit. It shouldn't kill you.
No.
Even if it's been there for a few days, it's probably fine.
Unless his wife was scared of this alone time she had coming up with him and needed to do something to get him out of commission for a couple days.
She poisoned it.
I was going to say. I
Or
gotta use more
suggested leave to
poison.
get out. Yeah.
She's even just like, what, I'll poison myself too. Whatever. It's worth it. Yeah. If I'm just pissing out my asshole, there's no way he's going to try to fuck me. So
Cannot waste my life watching The Bear with you anymore.
there's a perk. All right. So then he gets the guy who gives him money, the one guy who gives him money, which is very exciting.
Thanks for the $5. I will make $5 today on the live stream because John Quartz is the only one. He literally sponsors the Opie Live in the Ocean live streams.
Oh no, these are $5 productions that he's putting on. Well, maybe you should put less work into it then. That actually makes sense. How sad is that? I don't know if he's trying to get people to feel sorry for him, or if he just doesn't know how pathetic that sounds, or maybe he's just throwing a tantrum. I guess it's only $5 we're gonna get, John Quartz. All right. Anyway, he goes on. He just reads these chats from people's names he recognizes and just makes that the show because he's got nothing prepared.
What's up, Vincent Scaramuzzo? Give me some summer grilling ideas. I think we've done it all this summer and need something new. Oh my God. That is the question of the summer for everybody, Vincent Scaramuzzo. For real.
The question of the summer is, what should we grill tonight?
Yeah, it's very divisive.
I have to say, imagine buying a big house in the Hamptons.
Uh-huh.
And then the question of the summer is, we don't know what to grill. Yeah. You are that bored? You're concerned about what you're going to grill? You should be at a point where you forget to eat dinner. Like, oh, shit. We should probably make some food later. We're having too much fun today.
What could take up 3 more hours so I don't feel the pressure of sex with my wife?
Well, it's funny you say that. He is going to list all of the things that they have been grilling.
Oh, boy.
I know. This is incredible. These are all the things that Opie would make fun of if they were doing Jocktober and a caller called in and just like, what's your favorite thing to grill? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me list all the things I've been grilling this summer.
We've done. Let me go through what we've. All right, we've made s'mores. I'll go for the weird one right away. We've grilled s'mores on the barbecue. We've done the cheap hamburgers. We've done the expensive hamburgers. We've done the chicken.
What are cheap hamburgers? What is that? They're hamburgers.
Crusty burgers.
I don't even know what that means. E-Rock is in the chat. He says, he doesn't know how to cook. There's an One story where he mixed steaks and barbecue sauce in a big bowl with a wooden spoon and then tried to grill it. He didn't understand why it came out overcooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hear more about these cheap hamburgers, expensive hamburgers, whatever else he's got going on.
In my opinion, chicken thighs is where it's at. We've done the pork loin. We've done the good steak, the bad steak, the filet mignon. We've done the tuna steaks. We've done the
What did you get at the grocery store? Bad steak.
I think Eric was talking about the bad steak.
Yeah, throw it on the grill. Why are you doing bad steak and bad hamburgers? I don't understand. Seems like a weird choice.
We've done the swordfish. We've done the salmon. We haven't done pork chops though. Maybe it's pork chop day, bro. Maybe that's what we need to do, right?
Sure.
It's okay to repeat some things. I could have steak every fucking day.
Yeah, how about get those good burgers and those good steaks again?
sounds
That's probably
great.
a good idea.
I thought we were doing the bad ones tonight. Was that not tonight?
Tonight's the bad ones. The kids are gone. Well, I know what you're thinking. This show cannot get worse. This guy is listing things that you could put on a grill in order to then make them edible.
I don't like where you're going.
There's no way this show could get worse than that.
With that, I say good morning to the man.
Oh, God.
The myth, not the legend yet. You're not the legend yet, Ron. You haven't accomplished much in your career yet.
Well, I'm certainly not famous enough to be talking about what I'm going to have for lunch today. We're doing pork chops and applesauce.
All right. I love that it starts off with that insult that Opie didn't mean as an insult. He just didn't know where he was going with that. The man, the myth. You're not a legend yet. Not yet. Your career. His name is Ron the Waiter. What career? What are you talking about?
He's waiting.
There is no career here. He's not going to all of a sudden take off. He's not going to move to Austin and work the mothership. It's not happening for him. But
I'm sorry,
that.
I got to rethink some things because we look way too similar right now, Ron and I. We are.
Oh, is that why you're adjusting your glasses?
Very uncomfortable
just
for me
now?
right now. I don't like it. I don't feel good. Did you set me up? Is that what this is? You fuckers plan this. It's like looking into an older mirror.
I do disagree, but I see the similarities. Your hairline's still on point, my friend.
Yeah, but the rest, oh boy.
I'm seeing double.
Oh no, that's so mean.
You've seen four of us.
What are we infighting now? Are we turning on each other? Is that what's happening here?
Shut up.
This is rough. It's like a Christmas Carol or something. It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah. Oh, that is a good point.
It is a cautionary tale. Yeah.
Yep. Well, Adam, once you get fired from WATP and you're waiting tables, you'll know that this is what your future might be.
I won't stop. I'll just keep streaming my own WATP from my house and just do it by myself every single day for the rest of my life and never actually admit to myself that that gig is over. I'll just keep pretending it's going on. And
Where did
after
you learn
years,
that from?
it'll be like muscle memory and I won't even be doing a show. I'll just be unable to stop. And if I were to see what I looked like, when this is coming up, if I could see it now, I would jump off a bridge.
Yeah, you'd be terrified. Yes, that'd be horrific. But it'll happen very slowly. It's the boiled frog. I don't know what the analogy is.
Crab.
Like
It doesn't feel it until yeah. That's what he's doing though. This is like when Jerry Lee Lewis plays the piano. This is just muscle memory, and he has not mourned the loss of that show, and he knows he's going to have to if he stops doing this every day, and he can't stop. And his wife is gone. Eric said it. He can't cook. And I get it. He's like a Kardashian or something who doesn't know how to cut a carrot correctly. He doesn't know you can't leave meat out for 3 days. He just doesn't know that.
Right.
So he did it.
It was frozen 3 days ago. Of course I got to leave it out.
That's a detail he might not know. He doesn't know how to do this stuff. And if
Hey,
what Eric
Joey,
said is
your
true,
vegetables go bad.
Exactly. This is beer can chicken.
No, I think you're onto something. That's very interesting. He hasn't mourned the loss of the show, and so he's just pretending he's still living the life. Everything's just still happening. I got Ron the Waiter comes on and mixes things up with me. It's great. Everything's going really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that Ron comes on and goes, holy shit, Opie, you're naming the things that you've grilled? Even Ron's scoring off this loser. And so he brings up, the pork chops idea that he has.
I love pork chops. I love mashed potatoes, and I love mixing the applesauce within the mashed potatoes. That's heaven on earth, my friend. Heaven on earth.
It's literally baby food.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Jerry Banfield. I like eating peanut butter,
and I like eating beans. Dude, what he's describing right now, what is this man's palate? That he wants mashed potatoes and applesauce?
Yeah, he's a child.
This is what a baby with no teeth would eat.
What is his taste that he would want a radio show about that topic?
Well, you can't control it because Vincent Scaramuzzo asked the question about grilling. So now he's off on that track. It's going to happen now.
It's a regular chat. I was in his chat this morning. I was very active, and I could see him reading them. And he will not. He will not respond. He won't.
Of course
he just wants to pretend it's not there.
What is
We're getting
happening
one
to
of them
all
on
of
here.
us?
We're getting
What is
one of
happening
those
to
two.
all of us?
I know. I'm waking up with Opie now.
I didn't want to out you, but you told me you couldn't sleep this morning, and you were watching the stream this morning as well. Both of you guys.
And then because of Ron, I fucking turned it off.
Yeah, he's obnoxious. Well, they're talking about the earthquake in Russia and the tsunami warnings, and Opie brings up that Oprah might be the devil amongst us. And that's all he says. He's like, oh, well, the tsunami thing, Oprah, and then they make jokes about, oh, she's the one who cannonballed into the ocean, all the normal stuff that you would do. And then Ron, oh boy, his instincts.
5-foot waves.
Right.
And that's okay.
All right.
We got lucky.
Can we get to why Oprah might be the devil living among us?
Her skin color? Oh. No.
Oh damn! Look at you. You desperately want to be on. You
Like,
desperately want to be on the other guy's show, don't you? I know he has a bigger audience. You're auditioning for the other guy right now, aren't you?
Ooh, a lot of things came out right there. First off, Ron's not trying to impress Anthony Cumia with that joke. He's just a talentless clown.
Yeah.
He just isn't funny.
Came out a little naturally.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He's just unfunny. He's painfully unfunny, and you put him on the show and act like he's your sidekick, which is crazy. You should just be goofing at him the entire time. It's the only thing that Opie should be doing with Ron. But so he goes on and says her skin color, and the actual reason, I know Adam was nodding his head just now. No, the actual reason is because apparently there's a rumor that she owns this private road that's part of this escape route for people in California who are worried about the tsunami warnings, and that was trending on Twitter. Now, apparently it's not true. Whatever this road is open. She didn't close it or anything like that. But Opie's talking about that, and boy, is Ron quick with the right joke.
She refused to open up her private road, which would be the shortcut to get all the people out of harm's way of the tsunami.
Really? So you're gonna die, and you're gonna drown, and you're gonna drown, and you're gonna drown.
Right.
No boat for you. No access for you.
Look at
Opie's
you.
bad.
You're quick with the comedic timing, Ron. I like that.
No, I think he was being serious just there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because he wasn't quick, and then he just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Rule of threes, Ron. 3 times, and then moving on.
Yeah, that's not Opie's playbook.
He just kept going. But I think Opie was really, like, I don't know if he's trying to talk himself into thinking that Ron's a good co-host, or if he really is just like, wow, I would have come up with that. Pretty cool. Good stuff.
Gaslighting 30 people.
Did it work? You were watching?
No, I turned off.
All right. Everyone in the chat, it's her private road in Hawaii. Whatever. Sorry I said California. I didn't look into it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I was responding to his use of the word "the other guy." It was just so personal. The show's been over for so long.
Yeah.
It's been so many years. When your ex-bandmate, you haven't been bandmates for 30 years, it's not the other guy. For 15 years, it's not the other guy. There should be other people in your life that are the other guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's another good point. And he can't even just come out and just say Anthony. But he does have to make the point. I know he has a much bigger audience than I do. So he's watching. He's watching the clips that come out on YouTube. He's seeing how many views these are getting. He knows. So then Opie starts ranting, and you see the chemistry between these two. It's gotten really good.
God, if that's not a great story. Oprah living, on the top of the mountain in her kingdom. The peasants are down below. They need to leave. Shut your mouth. I'm ranting right now, Ron. Know when I'm ranting. And
what's crazy about this is that Opie brags about his castle being way above all of the peasants. Talks about it all the time, and then goes down and makes fun of the peasants to their faces. And records it, and puts it out as content. And he's going, just this Oprah. Wow. Can you imagine? The optics of this alone are just horrific.
I wonder if Ron was about to make that point.
Yeah, right. That's why he going to cut him off.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
talking over here.
That would be, yeah.
That's very possible because I don't think Ron lives 500 feet above Manhattan.
He's still waiting on a mattress, I think.
He might live 200 feet below.
Below, yeah, he's in the basement.
I've seen the documentary. I know what's going on over there. So then they're talking about how bad local news is for you. Because local news just scares you, and it's bad for your psyche. There's no reason to watch it. And then Ron brings up, like, I mean, if you need to see the weather report, maybe. And that triggers Opie. And then we find out how dumb Ron is.
Want to check the weather quick? But you don't really have to do that anymore. You can check your phone.
You can do that on your phone or
I
watch
know.
my
You don't-
live
you don't
stream.
have
Like the
to.
weather reports every morning. Look at
Yeah,
that. Look, we got a gorgeous blue sky behind me.
Yeah.
All right.
I see some big white tops now.
Oh God, man, I am peeking. I know the tsunamis would have to go a long way around to get to us, but you never know.
Yeah, what was I just saying?
What a show.
I don't know. I don't listen to you.
I was making a nice point. What was I saying?
I don't listen to you. I just wait for my turn to talk. Well, you think
No,
I
you
actually
have to-
listen to
I
you?
was saying something good, honestly.
It was the local news that you were watching yesterday.
Oh!
Wow.
Yeah.
That clip right there says it all between these two. Opie just going, I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I give a shit? Just wait for you to stop talking so I can say stuff. And also Opie with the, and the tsunami might get to me. You never know. It's not how tsunamis work.
It's got a personal vendetta.
I don't know how it's going to get over there.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I bet Ron sucks as a waiter, too.
Oh, he's terrible. Well, he's got like fucking scabs all over him and shit. Like, I wouldn't want him anywhere near a plate of my food.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
and
want
longer
him touching
hair.
it.
He's always sweaty and gross. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want him. And he thinks he's funny, which is the worst thing in a waiter.
But Adam, I bet you would be a very good server.
I'm
If it makes you
like
feel
an
any better.
assassin. I'm quick. And I'm
If it makes you
to the
feel
point.
any better, I know you were feeling bad about
I
your
slide in and out. No, I think
similarities.
somebody. Yeah, he's wearing a lovely blouse, and I just think I need to change. Did you see the pause though? I thought they were frozen. I thought you had stopped it.
No,
but he
I
was
know.
waiting for
He's like,
something.
He tried to get his mind to remember
Yeah.
what the fuck they were just talking about because it's that boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's not interesting at all, but just the fact that he brought up weather. Opie had to go, well, yeah, you can get that from an app or by watching my show. That's what everyone's saying.
But since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
You know, Opie does those, like sometimes he just shows you the ocean and he streams that. I think he thought he might have a scoop and he would be right there on the front lines of this national story that everyone would be interested in. And he's
And then he looked at a globe and went, oh, I guess not.
Yeah. I don't even think he did that. He wouldn't know how to read one, but
It's not how that works. All right. People are participating in the show right now. They're trying to ruin it. They're trying to interrupt our flow by going to supertip.gg/WATP. I've been monitoring the chat. People are commenting on the Opster, and I want to get right to that. Starting with Silent Shape coming in on our Supertip system.
Hey ho, Mr. Crinkle. Have you heard the brand new sound? It's a cross between Jimi Hendrix, Bo Cephas, Cher, and James Brown. It's called Heavy Hometown, New Wave, Cold Filtered, Low Calorie, Dry.
You're the guy from the hamburger train, right?
Well, pork soda references going on. That song, Mr. Crinkle, sucks. That music video, fucking awesome. Check it out. Oh, right. Primus we're talking about. Amanda Lynn Nappy coming in. The fun fact about that Primus video, all one shot. One camera, one shot. They had to do it 3 times, but they got it.
Eating a good meal and watching shows. Exactly what excites an old, lonely, schizophrenic, delusional former shock jock who has lost contact with his family.
Yep. I think that sums it up pretty well. Opie mentioned bad burgers. Also, Doggy hasn't been seen in a while. Oh, boy. Don't like where this is going.
Stop it. Stop it. That's too far. Say what you want about his wife and his kids, but don't you dare.
Adam, you like Korean food. Come on.
I do.
Give it a chance.
I do.
Wow.
Chris, you have summoned me. Beans.
Nice. You haven't seen Jerry Banfield on it in a while. Destriga coming in.
Look, you all know we haven't banged my wife since Kumia let me in the room to see what she was up to. She won't let me near her lady parts because I won't wash my hair, and she saw producer Chris.
Not my fault you lost your balls years ago. Women need that alpha penis, not the Opie pretend penis that his wife doesn't want.
I love pork chops, but that is a euphemism for man back parts. I love gobbling man phallic parts and tossing their salads. My wife is giving the pool boy all her attention. We don't have a pool. He is very brown. She has a private road in her pants I'm not allowed to drive my car in. Do you know car means dick in Albanian? I think I lost my wife to a brown pool boy and an Albanian plumber.
The fan fiction that comes in from the Supertip system is fantastic. That went in a whole different direction than I was expecting.
I was invested.
I was too. I wanted to see how it was going to end.
Wake and fucking bake, you fucking prophets, you cunts. See what I did? It's shocking language, so it's funny.
Oh, God, Gino's set. And so I watched Nobody Likes Onions played the entire SteelToe 11th anniversary show and all the stand-up comedy, we'll call it.
Okay.
And Gino's funny. I've seen him do stand-up before. But, man, he just started having an argument with a heckler for like 15 minutes. Like, what are you doing, Gino? It's like one person in the audience. Move on.
So that's his brand. Like, they'd be disappointed if he didn't do that.
I guess. Why won't this work? It was working a second ago. Dang lizard. Let me guess. When you buy prepackaged fish, they don't have eyebrows. There's the joke right there. Johnny Love, $5. Has someone actually done a welfare check on Opie's family? I want proof of life. I believe Adam's theory about their grisly murders. Hashtag Blacks for Bush.
Thank you.
Now, I don't believe that you have said that they're murdered. I think you just said they're gone.
I did imply that he had personally murdered them, but, I'm open to a lot of theories. I just know they're not living together because he talks about them the way you talk about an imaginary friend.
Still working with the couch tapper? Seriously?
Who's the couch tapper?
Opie is the Dave Mustaine of the Dabbleverse.
No, Dave Mustaine's like a
Dave
great
Mustaine's
guitar
super
player.
talented.
Like,
Yeah,
really
he's really
good.
good, yeah.
No matter what, he's got
Megadeth
that.
was better than Metallica.
Oh, is it the way he talks? Like,
oh,
what do you mean?
Hello, me, it's me again. Yes, that's right. That song, he is a schizophrenic too. Right. All right. Now I get it. Now I get it. I was thinking of the actual guy. Nick from Sweden, the super sticker. Thank you very much. Andre Gunner, who we owe big time for opening the Stephanie Miller vault. It's like when beavers are domesticated. They instinctively try to make dams with cans, toys, couch cushions, just like Opie. It's all they know.
I never would put that together.
Don't domesticate beavers. They don't want that. They don't like it. All right. Thank you guys for interrupting the show with that. We have a lot of stuff to get to. I'm going to talk about The Fighter and the Kid. They're up to some new things that they're working on. John's second episode with Stephanie Miller, SteelToe's live show. And I want to start with, I think we talked about this on the show, that Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer decided to take the summer off to work on other projects. Tom's filming a movie, and Bert is making a TV show for Netflix. And so they decided, rather than bank a bunch of episodes like they've done in the past, just record a bunch of episodes in a row and then let them come out normally. They said, you know what? Let's get people to fill in for us. And so they reached out to Stavros Helkias and Chris Distefano. And it's interesting that they would make those decisions because both these guys are pros. They've been doing shows for a long time. They're both very good. And you'd think this might expose what hacks Tom and Bert have become. People who are watching Two Bears, One Cave and go, oh, this is what a comedy show is supposed to be. So I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a ballsy move. I'd say it's a dumb move on their part to do this. Well, the first episode happened about 9 or 10 days ago. It came out, and I want to show you a little bit of that, but then I want to show you what happened this past week. But first, Bert is trying to control the show and give these guys talking points and tell them what to do on their first episode, taking over for them on Two Bears, One Cave.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Yep. Let me put these on. I look like Warren from Something About Mary. Frank and beans.
Hey guys, it's Bert. I
I would love for you guys to talk about Indian people today.
Okay.
I've run into a bunch of Indian
right.
people on my trip.
Pause this for a
I'd love to
second.
hear your take. Any good stories about Indian?
The first thing I thought of was when Bill Maher asked Billy Joel to write his song for him. Hey, so I'm working on this song. I got this concept. I haven't written the song yet. Do you want to write the song? For Bert to go on there and just be like, hey, guys, riff on Indian people. That's your first assignment. And let's see how Stavros feels about this.
It's like he's ironically outsourcing Indian racism to us. He's like, why don't you guys try and say something that'll get your careers ruined
And
on
when a
our
guy
podcast?
when a guy like Bert says it, I don't know if he's talking about Native Americans or people from India.
Yeah, that
Because
is
the way
true.
he's saying, he's putting some stank on Indians.
Sure,
So I'm like,
sure.
are you talking about like Civil War Native Americans, like the Cherokees? Or are you talking about people from India?
Well, yes, this is a man who's been thrown out of many seminal casinos in his life. You know what I mean? But all right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I'm, by the way, not doing that. 100% not. Just
I love Stavi. It's just like, no, don't tell me what to do. I'm taking over this show, motherfucker.
giving my thoughts on a race, carte blanche. But anyway, let's keep moving. What else we got, Josh?
Indian people always fucking rock. Indian women are the fucking hottest women in the world, in my opinion.
Okay.
Indian men are always helpful. I've never had a group of Indian kids pull a
Okay,
prank on
pause
me.
this again. Now he's kind of reverse psychology,
Yes.
trying to get us to be racist. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, aren't they so cool?
Yeah. Aren't the Indian women so hot? So the Stavi could be like, ooh, are you fucking... Yeah, didn't work. They didn't take the bait on this.
Aren't they, you know?
Yeah, I feel like he's literally like Leanne is off camera, like telling him what to say to back it up, back it in.
I mean, look at this. And when they see me, it's just smile. So any stories about Indian people or any stats about Indian people, any interesting knowledge about Indian people, then if you don't want to do that one, how about this? I would love for you guys to break down America's greatest holiday. Okay, it was just 4th of July, and I would love to hear you guys.
Oh, what a lame radio topic that
Yeah.
is.
Then they'll do best driving songs.
Yeah, best driving songs, and we definitely have to talk about candy corn and Halloween. Pro or...
Remember, it's Whip It Out Wednesday.
Jesus.
I thought this was a bit him giving them notes at all. This is real.
It seems very real the way Bert's delivering this, because if Bert says something funny, he will laugh at himself.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's how you know Bert is making a joke. He's laughing.
Right, like StutJo.
Pick which you think the best American holiday is, and then take it head to head with what you believe is the world's greatest holiday, whether it be Carnival in Brazil or the day they throw tomatoes or running of the bulls, all that shit. I hope you guys have.
By the way, this assignment, Bert couldn't pull this off. What's he talking about?
I don't know.
I only know the holidays that I celebrate.
Yeah.
I'd be very confused about
All
that.
three of them.
Yep. Well, I've never been to Brazil, so there's that.
Oh, also, can you guys talk about Rolexes and luxury cars?
Yeah.
What luxury car you want to buy, what Rolex you want to buy, that's Tom's talking points. I hope you guys have a great episode. I love you guys to death. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to listen. Oh, and mention that my tour, Permission to Party, starts.
All right, we can stop it right now.
Yeah,
we
cut
can
it
stop
off.
right now. I'll be in England though. I will be in London. Sometime. We take over the. Look at that pause. By the way, that's him realizing what a mistake he's made giving us this podcast.
Yes. Agreed. So I love that they're so comfortable. They're taking over the set. They've taken over the show. They're having fun. They're clowning Bert, which is great. Well, as you guys know, one of the big complaints about what's happened to Two Bears, One Cave is just how pompous these guys have gotten and living their rich lifestyles, especially Tom. And they're constantly like looking at their cars, talking about their car collection and their amazing timepieces they put on their wrists. And it's getting obnoxious to a lot of the fans. And so I'm watching the second episode, and it's just Chris and Stavi bullshitting and going back and forth for a while. And then Stavi's talking about how fat he is. I guess he's lost 70 pounds, but he's still 285. So he's got a little ways to go, it seems. And he's talking about how uncomfortable it is to be that fat.
And I would get these massages because I was so fucking fat that just doing stand up, like just doing this, would hurt my body.
Right.
Basically, I was just getting. You know, you're so fucking fat. You're on airplanes. No, even first class. I'm like, You know, first class is not comfortable. And I started getting first class when I couldn't afford it because I was too fat for the regular seats. You know, now we're doing okay. Thank you, everybody. You
Shout
know,
it out.
Now it's a fucking luxury. I'm still too fat for the regular seats, by the way. First class is the only place the seat belts buckle.
Right.
So, anyway. And this really is Two Bears. I accidentally talked about being on first class. This is I'm embarrassed about it. That's the difference, folks.
Right.
I'm embarrassed that I'm a class traitor.
Yeah.
One day I'll be back. Don't worry. I'm a Greek. I don't know how to handle my money.
I love that he caught himself immediately. It's like, oh, this is embarrassing. This is what people don't like. Everyone in the comments going, oh, look, he's flying first class over here. Yeah, we want Stabby to be in first class. We're rooting for him. That's the difference. Tom seems like a pompous douche, but Stabby's cool. I like him on tires.
I really think that last thing that Bert did was, if it wasn't a bit, it was somebody, the producer said, you got to hand it off. We got to use some of you. We can't not have you in the first episode. We got to show them that you're still around. So give us some stuff, you know, funny or not. And I think that's what he came up with. And he thought it would help the podcast. I don't think it ever occurred to Bert that it would result in them all laughing at him, regardless for even doing it, which is so great to see.
And you could tell he put zero thought into it.
That's
so.
Why.
Right, that's how
That's
you
why.
know that's how that happened. They're just like, hey, can you film something for us so that we can hand it off, like you said? And he's just like, I don't know, an Indian thing happened today.
Give us your suggestions. What should they do? What should they cover?
Yeah.
Should it be real or not? I don't care. Just do it. And now he looks like Jake Hudson running around his house, making shit up and just sending it in. And they're receiving it in the best way. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're handling it very well.
Because not only was he not laughing at everything he was saying, he was rushing through it, and usually it takes him forever to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was coming up with all of that on the fly, just like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll record a thing they can watch.
Yeah, and then he realized that Indian thing maybe went too far, so we had to go so far in the other direction and just leave you with nothing. But we will see, you know, Bert will be taken down a peg or two eventually. He's living in too much of a bubble. He doesn't question himself. He just says whatever, and he will make some mistake, and that won't be his downfall. His downfall will be how he handles that mistake. Because the first time he feels that coming towards him, he's going to be like, fuck you all. You don't do that to me. And then we'll get some entertainment.
That's the Brendan Schaub thing.
Yes.
Where Brendan was in this bubble for so long, and then the subreddit and the comments and everything just started getting to him so much that he eventually lashed out and sued Unique Entertainment.
Yep.
And that was the mistake. And I think you're right about that, Adam. I think there might be something like that in the future for Bert as well. As they're having these conversations, they bring up the fact that, oh man, there was an episode of Two Bears, One Cave where Tom and Bert had like AI face filters to make them look like women. And Stavros goes, oh shit, you got to pull that up. This is the craziest thing. And this is them discussing that.
They were being genuine.
I know. This is fucking crazy. This is
All right, let's
insane.
I look hot as fuck.
Stop that right now.
Nope.
I
mean, that's
smashable.
That's insane that he's saying that.
Shit, I'm hotter than Leanne.
He's hotter than he thinks he's hotter than his wife.
Through some cocks.
Cock,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
my chick is wholesome. Yeah, I look like such a nice girl.
Jesus.
You're the one who's like,
big.
come with me,
Oh.
bitch. I'll show you how to get a man. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
I want
Yeah.
you to come in me.
I mean,
you
this-
let people come in
This
you.
is disgusting.
Right.
So Tom, say what you will about Tom. He doesn't know what to do with this. Bert is in love with himself. Bert sees the image of what he would look like as a woman and just goes, oh my God, that's hotter than my wife, was his first thought that he had. Which I get it. Bert's trying to be funny. He thinks he's a comedian. But there's more to it than that. That's a weird way to react to that. And I think that these guys pick up on it.
This
I'm
is
just
fucking
like, you do it
gross
because
that
you're
they're doing
needy and
this.
you're like, I want them to like me. I just go, I want to be abused.
Bert has never been projecting more in his life,
You asked
by the
to
way.
get like choked out and spit on, slapped. Oh and yeah. shit.
Yes.
And you're like, Look at no, this I whore. love sucking dick.
Tom
But you
looks
don't really
like a
love sucking
teacher
dick.
that
You
gets
don't
caught
love
with a
watching
student.
sports.
Yes,
You
yes,
don't
yeah,
love
yeah.
sports.
Absolutely. Tom looks like the one who's like has a romantic relationship with a 12. I mean, I will say, actually, on second look, obviously they're atrocious and they look fucking disgusting. But Tom is like, Tom could maybe, if she worked on herself.
Yeah.
There is a light in her eyes that I'm like, you know what? On second thought, I think I'd get head from Tom.
Yeah.
But Bert looks horrific.
Bert literally looks like
oh my god, dude, it looks like Bert too much. Like it just looks like Bert with mascara on.
And with the face, it looks like he almost like had to get like skin reconstruction after a fire. Right? He looks like a burn victim.
Yeah.
So these guys are being way funnier about this than those guys were, looking at themselves and talking about how they wanted to come inside themselves, whatever they were talking about there. I liked the instinct of Stavros to be like, yeah, Tom kind of looks like a chick who would have a romantic relationship with her 12-year-old student.
It's very, very revealing when people, say what they're attracted to, because we always assume that's just beauty. Like what I see as beautiful, everyone must. And when you have a specific taste, like Robert Crumb likes those like boxy, wrestling, mannish women. He sees one and he's like, man, everyone must think that's the epitome of beauty. It's not. It's just you. For you to say, I like that better than my wife, says a lot about how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you were repulsed by Ron the waiter when you saw similarities in yourself, Adam.
That's why.
Your self-esteem.
I saw it.
Yes, your self-esteem is very different than Bert Kreischer's self-esteem. I think that's why we get along.
I was mortified. I'm not like, say what you will about Ron's comedy. He's clearly a handsome man who knows how to dress.
Right. Yes. This is just kind of a funny back and forth.
Like, also, too, I'm not into, like, really brunettes like that.
Sure.
Even though my wife
That's
is Puerto
the
Rican
issue.
and brunette.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
You can't, hair color is not even top 40 problems with this picture right now. Well,
Stav's great. So he then actually does pinpoint the issue with this bit that they did.
I will think the fact that Bert said this is a Rorschach test for being a narcissist.
Right.
Because Bert looking at that picture and being like, ooh, baby, that's a hot woman. Yeah. A man has never wanted to fuck himself more. That is just clearly Bert loves himself so much that applying this is maybe the worst woman filter I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
This is barely a filter. This is Bert. You just put lipstick on Bert.
But yes, this is narcissism is what's going on here. The fact that you would see that horrific image that is based on you and just be like, that chick's hot. And want to get with that. That's weird.
And then try and convince your co-host.
Yeah, you also want to fuck me, right?
Yeah.
No, I was asking. I'll ask later off air. I'm embarrassing you. Fair enough. I understand. So Stavi continues to riff. He's very funny.
For example, if I was trans and I went and got facial feminization surgery and I ended up looking like that, I would sue my doctor for malpractice.
You'd be really upset.
I would want a fucking refund on the estrogen. I would sue my doctor for malpractice.
But this person does look like a woman who lives on the outskirts of Tampa.
Bert's obviously from Tampa, so little shot there taken by Chris. So then they talk about how, Stavros is actually really into Tom's look as a lady, and he's starting to fall in love.
I'm weirdly into Tom now. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, you know what? I could go to a farmer's market with Tom.
Yeah.
And now I'm mad that they've said these disgusting things about beautiful Tom.
Yeah.
About him getting cummed. Like the fact that Bert went into how they're getting nutted inside. Is fucking. Do you think there is like? I've never because Bert legitimately like. It is beautiful how much he loves his family. Like he'll literally like cry. Yeah. He'll take pictures of himself crying about how much he loves his family.
I've cried with him on a podcast, Bert and I.
Ugh. See, that again is just narcissism, though, because I've seen that too. I think we put it in the show where his daughter was going off to college, and he had to go right to Instagram and film himself bawling his eyes out, or when he dropped her off, or something like that. It's like, dude, if it's real, then that's a problem. If it's not real, that's a problem. Why are you going online with this shit?
3 problems right there.
Yeah, it's a private moment. Yeah. If you're upset about it, I understand.
And like John, I think the real problem there is alcohol. Like being emotional about your kids, normal, even feeling something special, but that alcohol makes you sad and cry at the drop of a hat and performative, and you lean into these emotions like he does, and then you react poorly when people don't get it or question it. It's very similar.
I think you're onto something there. But the narcissism also is a big part of that. Alcoholism plus narcissism, very dangerous.
That's what we're saying.
Very dangerous.
That's the John cocktail.
And, you know, and it's funny, at one point during this show, and again, these guys are great. I love that they're taking over for them and then just trashing the host. It's very funny. I hope they continue on this path.
I feel like he's only saying Tom is hot because he knows it'll hurt Bert. That Bert doesn't want to hear that.
Yes.
I really do.
You're right. And he even says at one point, he goes, by the way, Bert's going to watch this and love it just because we're talking about him.
Oh, my gosh.
He doesn't care what the attention is. Negative, positive, as long as it's attention, that's all Bert cares about.
Another StutJo parallel.
Spot on with that. This is the last clip I have out here. We were just having... Every now and again, we play clips of things that we enjoy. This is why we're doing this. This is very funny. The guys, the producers of the show, decide to surprise Stavros with something.
I just wanted to fucking weigh in there because I saw the clip of them saying they're hot and it infuriated me.
Right.
Oh no! Oh my
God! So they're just pulling up a picture of what Stavros would look like as a woman.
It's
and that tickled him. That tickled him quite a bit. Very fun. So yeah, that's The Fighter and the Kid, summer of 25. The show is good now, if you want to check it out. Stavros and Distefano.
Not The Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, Two Bears, One Cave.
Two Bears, One Cave. Two Bears, One Cave. Yes. The
Fighter
and the
Kid. See
Kid.
why you're heading in that direction.
The Fighter and the Kid is coming up in just a moment. Aaron Imholt had his attorney quit on him. We're still looking for evidence that Opie's family lives with them. When is Chin going to finally quit The Fighter and the Kid, go back to L.A. and get away from Brendan Schaub? There's so much going on, it can be hard to focus. When I need to focus and be productive, I turn to MagicMind, the world's first productivity shop. I've been talking about this for years now. It's part of my daily routine. When I start my day, I always have a MagicMind to help me get the calm energy I need to prep for the day's show. Because it's a supplement, it works better when you drink it consistently. It works even better on day 7 than it does on day 3. So I'm challenging all of you to take the 7-day challenge and see for yourself. Drink it consistently, you will notice the difference. Your mood and productivity will both increase. So, if you're like me and you have a lot going on with constant distractions, I recommend you take the MagicMind 7-day challenge. Right now, you get 50% off your subscription using the promo code WATP50 at magicmind.com/WATP50. That's right, 50% off your subscription using promo code WATP50 at magicmind.com/WATP50. You will thank me. And we're back, everybody. We are going to be talking about The Fighter and the Kid in just a moment. They're trying something brand new to get their audience coming back to them. Also, Stuttering John on Stephanie Miller, SteelToe's 11th anniversary show, and SteelToe's stand-up performance we'll be checking out. But first, supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to weigh in and make the show all about you.
Profits? Stupid autocorrect. I meant to say Figots. Laugh, you twat waffles.
Someday someone will. Amanda Lynn Nappy coming in.
Bert, I'm available to talk about Indian people, Mexican people, Indiana people, new Mexican people. I have an idea. 2 rich bears, 1 muddy shark, 1 cave. I will make you and Tom look good.
Do you guys know the backstory with the falling out between Chad and Bert?
Oh, he doxed his number or something? Is that what happened?
So Bert did this show where he brought Adam Sandler on. I forget, he was guest hosting or something, and Adam Sandler was the guest. And Bert did not do a great job. He was all excited to talk to Adam Sandler. And he's just like, wow, I can't believe I'm talking to you, man, blah, blah, blah. And Adam's just like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. Dude, you remember when you made this movie and that movie? I love that. And Adam's like, oh, okay, all right. So Chad goes on his sock account, and he goes, hey, did you see how bad Bert was with Adam Sandler? Man, that was embarrassing. And he was tweeting at himself, as himself. He forgot to use his sock account. And then on 2 Bears, 1 Cave, they brought it up and they never said Chad's name. They just go, dude, did you see that tweet? They'll go, oh, yeah. Oh, good. Someone needs a lot of attention. Yep, that didn't work out well. So they had a falling out, I think, in the comedy club scene where Chad gets too drunk and is not very funny.
That sounds right.
I mean, Bert does too. For some reason, they didn't get along. You'd think that they'd be fast friends.
I suppose my wife's beaver is domesticated because it uses everything around the house to form a dam to keep my wood out.
That was the joke right there.
There it
it
is.
was right. It was laid out there for all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for finding that.
Blew it.
Colonel Klink, they don't preseason frozen meat. No, I think they don't. I think Opie put it in the I think he bought it, put it in the freezer, and then took it out and let it defrost for 3 days.
Just to make sure.
And then probably made sushi with it. We don't need to cook it.
Carpaccio.
It's fine.
Then I had explosive food poisoning.
Explosive food poisoning. Whatever that means. I mean, I know what that means. I've had it too. Slim Faley, $5. Unless you have stories of banging Sarah Michelle Gellar, your shtick has become aggressively stagnant Adam Bush. Well, make with the stories.
You're right, Slim Faley. It did not occur to me when I first started doing this that Sarah Michelle Gellar stories is what you would have responded best to. I've kept them to myself. I think I'll continue to unless there's something specific you want to know, because I don't think that's what this show needs. More of that kind of talk.
I remember when Harrison Young asked you about her. It was just like, you worked with her, right? And you're like, yep. He's like, cool.
Yeah. No, he asked me, he said, there was once an episode of a show on MTV where you got to meet your hero and someone got to meet her and she said it was the best day of her life. And I did not know how to respond to that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you said, yeah, she's great.
Probably, yeah. So she's great,
Cool.
Faley. She's cool.
All right, let's talk about Brendan Schaub. And this, I think this is a new jingle that we have. I think we played it before.
Because to me, I'm just like, it's literally a blimp in the road, man.
The fact that Brendan Schaub hates Texas is now becoming newsworthy. It's being featured in mainstream news. This headline right here. Yeah. Joe Rogan's friends followed him to Texas. They all seem to hate it. From the heat to the state's power grid, Joe Rogan's friends are learning that Texas isn't what they were promised. I'm just going to read a little bit of this article. It's very funny to me. Did you see this too, Adam?
I did. It's fantastic.
I think someone posted it in our
what Tim
subreddit.
Pool said was the best. I think he led vocally, and maybe everyone's on the fence, but Tim's like, see ya.
What did Tim Pool
Dillon.
say?
I'm sorry, not Tim.
Tim Dillon. Yeah. That's at the end of the article, yeah. In 2020, Joe Rogan moved from Los Angeles to Austin after visiting and realizing he didn't have to wear a mask at a restaurant. Many of Rogan's compatriots in stand-up space followed him to Texas to be closer to his anti-cancel culture comedy club. For some, it was a desire to escape what they saw as out-of-control homelessness, crime, or high-tax states like New York and California. But in recent interviews, some of Rogan's pals seem to have learned that Texas isn't paradise either. Last month, comedian, podcaster, and former UFC fighter Brendan Schaub made comments about Austin that were widely noted by YouTubers whose whole shtick appears to be clipping and mocking podcasters. Huh? What? Schaub, who Rogan has had on the Joe Rogan Experience multiple times, moved from Los Angeles to Austin earlier this year, but has said on his show, The Fighter and the Kid, he misses Los Angeles. I miss my community and my routine, Schaub said in June. He recalled a conversation with a fellow LA to Texas transplant who told Schaub that Austin is no LA. Schaub is far from the first. In 2014, or September 2014, Tim Dillon, a Los Angeles comedian who hosts the podcast The Tim Dillon Show, called Austin a horrible city without a soul on a podcast with actor Whitney Cummings. And then, it goes on to tell the whole list of people. But I just thought that was fascinating that people hating Texas has become newsworthy and that they're talking about shows like ours. I'm sure we're not the only one that are pointing this out pretty regularly.
I feel like he must have said it because anyone in Austin, if they read, Austin is no LA, they'd probably say, thank God. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the comment from the people in Austin. They're like, we don't want you here either.
Yeah, they do not.
We weren't looking for you guys to move in. We were fine.
So we're not looking for your suggestions on how to improve the place to fit your liking.
Yeah. Oh, you hated that place that you left, but this place, you want it to be more like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I'm going to put on the door that you hated it, and we're going to double our traffic in here. And also, it's really weak because there's Fox News Sunday, there's Meet the Press, there's Face the Nation, there's all of these shows that cover politics. They show clips of things, and then minds comment on them. They don't call those, clip shows. They don't consider it bottom feeding. It's commentary. That's all it is. It's the same thing.
It's adding context. Like, we could be talking about any topic. When you add context to it, if we were talking about the baseball game today, thank God the fucking Cubs won. If we were talking about the baseball game today, it would be better if I showed the play I was talking about and be like, all right, check this out. And then I discuss it. Then we're all on the same page. So, yeah, I don't understand why that's like a thing where, I get it. Unique just plays the video and doesn't say anything. But a lot of us are actually adding more information to it as we go. I'm kidding. Kyle, don't get mad. This is just a fun thing I saw in the Fighter and the Kid subreddit where Brian Callen kind of stepped in it a little bit here. Because Brian says a lot of shit, like all of us do. He's on a podcast. He has to talk a lot.
Well, that Macron stuff, like Brigitte Macron
and being a man.
They're the president and first lady of France are suing Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace is welcoming it. But
This is funny. I would never sue anybody.
Yeah, but I think it's a bigger.
So, skips to this article after Brian says he's never sued anyone. It says, Brian Callen sues rape accuser's husband for urging agents to drop him. And then it shows this article that shows that he has put in that lawsuit. Now, the other funny thing, though, is that he goes, I would never sue anyone, sitting across from Brenton Schaub, who famously sued Unique for making fun of him. It's like, why would you bring that up? Why would you say that?
They deserve each other.
Can you show the top of that clip again, just where they were both seated next to each other? Because they have these chairs that, face each other. They are leaned in.
A little bit,
Brian's like, how do I sit in this chair that faces him but have my entire body turned away in the other direction as much as possible? This is their natural sitting state. When the show starts, he slowly will ease in, but he wants as far away from this anchor as possible.
Brian's posture should be studied more. I've noticed that too. We really focus more on Brendan Schaub, but his posture is something else. All right. As I mentioned, they're trying something new to get viewers. And if you go on their YouTube page, when you go to the video section of the page, it used to be every episode is featured on here. And right in order, 1090, 1092, 1093, 1094, 1095, blah, 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 blah. Well, look at what they've just started doing. Now they're pulling clips, and they're doing little Fighter and the Kid clips that you can watch. And these are 12 minutes, 9 minutes, and they're based on a specific topic. So you have, is Trump hiding something with the Epstein files? That just came out 5 hours ago. You have this Stephen Colbert show got canceled. That was yesterday. They put that out. I Love Crack Cocaine reacted to Hunter Biden's recent interview is a video on here. So I don't know if Chin finally decided to start doing his job because he's bored. He's got nothing else to do. He's like, I guess I might as well pull up video clips and make new thumbs and get some more videos out here. Like, this is a good strategy. I don't know why it took him so long to do this. Because if you just sit down and watch the Fighter and the Kid episode, I've done it. It sucks. It's sometimes 2 hours long. And it's just rambling, directionless nonsense. This is how you get people into a show. You go, hey, you like talking about Epstein files? We talk about Epstein files.
Here's some shorts.
We don't, but they do, I guess is my point.
Why did my bosses make me move to Austin?
Yes, that would be a good one too.
Brendan Schaub Unleashed.
So I decided to go ahead and check out this Stephen Colbert show got canceled. Because as I mentioned, this came out yesterday. This is old news. So I don't know when this was originally recorded. Well, actually, no, I do. 6 days ago, because he's wearing the same outfit in this episode. All right, so it came out 6 days ago. They're talking about this thing. And they just finally got around to putting this out. And you'll notice we put out video shorts on our YouTube page. And if there's something that's kind of breaking news, I try to put that out as quick as possible. Most of the stuff we do is pretty evergreen. Opie's streaming and he's an idiot. And Stuttering John was on Stephanie Miller 10 years ago. It doesn't really matter when those things go up. But you'd think like Colbert getting canceled. That's a thing that people were all talking about. And now they're not. The reason why I want to play this for you, because I was watching this today, is Brendan Schaub has the dumbest takes. And Brian Callen is interrupting him and being like, hey, all right, man, I'll take it from here. I know, but I'll take it over and over again. because you can tell he's embarrassed for his co-host as they're going.
What do you guys think about this Colbert stuff in the news?
Colbert, I think it's very interesting. So let's go through it for a sec. Like, you know, I'm actually a fan of Colbert. I know he got liberal and people had problems and all that stuff. But Colbert, as far as a talent,
remember where he
is
comes
the real
from
deal.
with the
Yes.
Daily Show.
Yeah, well, he also comes from Strangers with Candy. Colbert was a hell of a sketch artist, a hell of a comic, a hell of an improv.
This could be just the internet being the internet, but his show on CBS was canceled. Now, it wasn't canceled because of low ratings, right?
So,
all right. So already this guy is adding others. Remember where he came from, The Daily Show, and Brian Callen's just like, no, Stephen Colbert had a career before The Daily Show, and I mean he goes back a ways, so you can't start there. Wasn't he part of the ambiguously gay duo? I believe Robert Smigel's cartoon on SNL.
Yeah, he voices one of those.
Yeah,
but he's Strangers with Candy.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
done a ton of stuff. Yeah,
he's done a ton of stuff. Right.
Why is he sitting like that? Why is he sitting like he's on a roller coaster that's about to drop? Like he's holding on for dear life. You study like dogs' behavior. If your dog was braced like that, you'd be like, something bad's about to happen.
Yeah.
This isn't good.
He's just like, oh, Brendan's talking again.
Yeah,
Come on,
and Brendan's
man.
the opposite. Brendan's tied in a knot inward, just like closing in on himself.
Yep.
It is not comfortable in there.
All right, so Brendan has this brilliant take where he goes, yeah, but his ratings were pretty good, right? And that's the one thing that everybody knows about this Stephen Colbert cancellation is that his ratings are higher than Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel's. But the important takeaway is that Stephen Colbert is not getting fired. They're not renewing his contract, and they're getting rid of having a late night show because this format is dead. That's what this all is. And so the fact that they're just like, oh, well, people are pissed at Stephen Colbert, and so they're just like, no, they're just not re-signing him. Happens all the time. But
Let me tell you, because what I heard is he actually compared to Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, he had higher ratings than both of them.
Yeah, he gets about 2 million. So his show gets about 2 million viewers, and in the coveted time slot,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's not bad in today's standard.
Compared to 50 million back in the day, it's nothing. But compared to,
But
I'll
nobody's
give you
getting
the
it.
numbers. So between.
Thanks, Brendan. You're adding a lot to this, and you can tell Brian has the information. Brian is in show business. He's been on television and stuff, so he's ready to talk about this. And Brendan's just like hearing the stuff that everyone's heard. He's regurgitating. Yeah, but that's pretty good. 2 million. That's a pretty good audience, right? And even Brian's just like, yeah, but you got to break down the 18 to 49, which is like 200,000 fucking people. It's nothing, and there's no reason why a host should make $16 million a year talking to everybody. Anyway.
Between 18 and 49, or whatever, that golden demographic, he gets about probably 250,000 people. That's a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot.
It's not.
If you compare it to Fallon, who is getting something like 1.1 million.
Oh, wow.
Very small.
Wow.
If you compare it to James Corden, who got canceled, it was even lower. If you compare it to...
What about Jimmy Kimmel?
So if you even compare it to Kimmel was getting about 1.617. Okay.
Can I tell you something real quick?
Yeah.
I think besides Jimmy Fallon,
Yeah.
Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, no one suffered more from Trumpism.
Yeah. So I'm
than
going to
them,
get it.
because their show turned into this just anti-Trump show, which whatever.
That's not Trumpism. Isn't that Trump derangement syndrome? Isn't that what he's explaining right now?
Just the tone of him like explaining anything to Brian is so obnoxious.
Yeah.
In the middle of
Brian's-
him teaching something to him with the numbers and the facts and
Brian
all
is
the
so
sources.
ready to talk about this. You know, Chin brings it up. You guys want to talk about this? They probably had a conversation beforehand. And then Brendan's just like, I know stuff too, guys.
Yep. That's a good comment, Brendan. We're going to put that on the fridge over here.
real proud of you.
And that's why Brian is sitting like that. He's holding his fists back from pummeling Brendan.
Just be like, shut
unfortunately can take him.
I'll explain this. Shut up.
Do your thing. I get it. And a lot of people don't like him. Trust me, there's a million reasons.
There's
I get all
another
that.
theory.
But when you're a comedy show and people want to escape from what's going on with the world, and that you look at Johnny Carson, who never did that. Jay Leno never got into the politics. David Letterman never got into it. When that was their only narrative, and they became consumed by anti-Trump, I think most people went, "I'm good, man."
It wasn't.
Yeah, but where are you going with this? Because it
Yeah.
started with Colbert has the highest ratings. And now he's going, yeah, but Colbert really hates Trump. People don't want to watch that.
It's all the things he read recently.
Yes.
All in one.
Yeah.
And he's too dumb to know it's not related directly to what they're talking about. Yes, blue is also a color, but that's not what they're talking about. Like, you're just weighing this thing down.
Yes. The whole idea is like, have things changed since Johnny Carson was on the Tonight Show? Yes, Brendan. What's your fucking point?
He's pretending like Squid Games doesn't get insane numbers, or Strangers with Candy, or any of the things that kids watch get very, very big numbers. 2 million is like just enough to unarguably say it's a victory. 1.6 is like, we don't want to lose it. We don't know. Like, none of this compares to any of the popular things on the internet or around media.
Yeah. Which have way less overhead. That's the other thing about Colbert Show. I just heard this the other day, not to sound like I know it all. But apparently CBS went to him and said, we got to cut costs on this. They have like 200 people who work for that show to produce that show. And they cut 5 jobs. Okay, you guys are understanding what we mean here. Like, this is, we're losing tens of millions a year on this show.
Thinning out the herds.
Yeah.
Consumed by anti-Trump.
Yeah.
I think most people went, I'm good, man.
It wasn't just that. And here's another theory.
Colbert's talented.
Colbert's very talented. He'll have a podcast and all that. But it
he'll be
wasn't
fine.
just that.
No, I don't feel sorry.
You gotta. We'll get conspiratorial here, but I'm gonna go through.
Oh, let's do it.
Colbert started having on the podcast people.
Show or podcast?
On his show, people who were very critical of Israel, people who are also very, very, very vocal about Israel committing "quote unquote" genocide and things.
Now, like actors.
So people like Adam Schiff was on. He had different things, but they also had different like pundits.
I think that Brendan Schaub's like, explain it to me like I'm 5. Also, I do have the mentality of a 5-year-old, so that would be very helpful.
That were coming on, and Colbert was sort of giving a lot of voice to an alternative point of view that was not conservative. Okay. And part of it was after October 7th, there was a lot of anti-Israel, anti-Jewish energy out there. A lot. More than I've ever seen in my lifetime. Well,
okay. October 7th, they were pretty sympathetic, actually. But yeah. Not long after, I agree.
Sumner Redstone's wife, I can't remember her first name, but Mrs. Redstone is a fierce Zionist. She is a Jewish woman who owned Viacom. Remember, Sumner Redstone owned Viacom with no debt. One of the richest men in the world, and his wife, after he died, inherited that. She has just sold that to, see who, Sherry Redstone, see who she sold the entire
You went way down
CBS
the weeds, huh?
But listen, and I'm not even saying that Brian knows everything there is to know, but he's doing a decent job of trying to explain the intricacies of this thing. But who is going to the Fighter the Kid to get the lowdown on the Colbert cancellation? These are the last 2 guys I would think to be like, well, what's their take on it? Now I'll know the truth of what's going on.
Even the Fighter isn't listening. He asked this question, and the second he started talking, he started pulling up the chat. He started putting his legs up and getting comfortable.
Put the thing back
He wants to listen. He's like a bad student who's trying but just can't focus because it's so boring.
Zionism, yawn.
Oh, what does that even mean? I don't know.
I came here for barbecue recommendations.
Yeah, but where can we get sushi, though? Come on, Brian, help me out.
It's very possible that the person that bought it said, I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm going to actually buy the whole network and fucking take it off the air.
I think he also...
I'm just saying that, by the way, everybody, I'm just saying that is not my theory. That would be
a conspiracy?
The theory from Jewish intellectuals who are on a show called Commentary Magazine Podcast.
Right, so Brian's just repeating what he's heard, but you can tell he does not want Brendan to get a word in. He's just like, let me just take this one. I got, dude, tap me in. I got this one.
I would say when you're in the middle of a conspiracy theory involving Israel and Zionists and our government and the media, maybe you just want to flesh out the whole thing and not get interrupted or get cut off or leave anything sounding not exactly like how you want it, Brendan. Now's not the time for, was it a show or his podcast? Hold on.
Right, it's not the point.
I'm just telling you.
Go to annual salary of late night hosts.
And then Brendan, after all of that, doesn't want to unpack that or go a little bit further to understand it. Yeah, he's also making a lot of money, though, too, right? Again, just the very surface level things that he's heard people
Brendan,
talk about.
we talked about this.
Yeah, come on, man.
He has no idea what he said.
You know, with those.
Well, he's making $20 million
a year.
Okay, so $20 million. The other thing about that is, I'm sorry, but the other thing about his salary was he wasn't necessarily earning it. Okay, he was
Jimmy
not.
Fallon
they were
makes
not
16. Colbert was reported at 15. Jimmy's salary was 15.
Yeah, but again, that's a lot of money. And when you're actually not as popular as you think, and the network isn't making that much money, there's also an economic consideration.
But I'd also say this. I also think that he got away from originally what he's supposed to be there for, right? Kind of an outlet of humor, and when he's just focused on all this Trump syndrome stuff across the board, the views are going down.
Yes.
They have high.
All right, you already made that point. And also, Colbert had terrible ratings when he took over. That seemed like a debacle because everyone loved the Colbert Report. Fucking great show after The Daily Show on Comedy Central. And he was playing this character that was making fun of Bill O'Reilly. And it was very fun and really well written and well done. Probably didn't have 200 people working on that show either. And then he takes over for David Letterman, and it's a flop because now he's himself. And everyone hated it. So every point that Schaub is making right now is incorrect. He's actually, the ratings have gone up. Trump became president. He made that his focus. People wanted anti-Trump stuff. So they went and watched Stephen Colbert. Because for a while, he wasn't going to keep that job. He was doing really poorly.
Salaries, but also no one wants to talk about it. Also, regular network TV is dying in spades.
No one wants to talk about that?
It's taboo. Shh.
No one's brought up that YouTube is the biggest broadcasting system in the world. No one's ever brought that up? Okay.
So no one's really watching. So I think it's about time. B, it's just who do you think's next? Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel.
But don't underestimate.
Wow. That's a brilliant analysis. I would never would have come up with that. So wait, CBS is getting rid of their late night show? Could other networks get rid of their late night shows too?
He has no idea what Brian just said. No clue. Can't reference it and will never relate to it in any way. It's lost on him, so he's just grabbing at whatever straws he can.
And Adam, I think, like, to your point, that's the interesting stuff. What Brian was going into, I know he's just regurgitating what he heard someone else talk about, but that's the stuff where you go, oh, this is a conspiratorial, and there's more to it behind the scenes, and what's going on here, and how it relates to, obviously, Palestine and this war that's going on.
I'm pretty sure it's like the birth of podcasting has to come somewhere from, like, these conspiracy late-night radio wave shows that you could only find that, had these audiences. That's the nature of it. It's what your podcast is for. It's not for fish recommendations.
Right. It's like, he would be terrible on Coast to Coast AM. Brendan Schaub would be a very bad guest on there.
Before you reveal the aliens, can we just talk about what's the weather like where they are? What's it like? Jesus, man.
Estimate the fact that people that own these massive corporations have a political point of view. And if they have people on their shows that they believe are swaying people in a direction that they find harmful to their interests, harmful to themselves, it is very possible that they go, you know what? You know what I can do because I have so much money? I can buy this network and I can just cancel that.
Yeah, but then also, like, maybe that is your agenda, but then also, if you took over the company, let's take the conspiracy out of it. You take over the company, you go, how much are we paying Colbert? $15 million a year? How many views is he getting? How are we doing on advertisement? And it really doesn't add up.
That's right.
Well, let's nix that.
What a brilliant businessman. As we all know,
Seems to me like you're an expert, Mark.
As we know from his CBD experience and that company, he's such a brilliant. He's come back to the same point over and over again.
Yes, it's the only thing he said in so many different words.
And as I point out with Opie, I didn't scrub through episode after episode to find this. They put this out for me to find and be like, oh, Brendan Schaub's a moron.
Right.
And now
and it's on a downward trend.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So
it's not like they're
business-wise. They go.
Let's do it now.
This is causing a lot of problems for me. I don't agree.
That's what I'm saying. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Because the opposite of down is up. Do you see it? That's how that works. It's amazing. I just had to get that in. Thank you.
Also, Brendan said something that's completely incorrect. He goes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the trend is the wrong way. So let's do it now. They're not doing it now. Stephen Colbert has a job for the next 7 months. It's going to continue on until his contract is up. They could have done it now. They didn't.
agree with a lot of the stuff they're having on here, and I don't have to have it on. I can just take it off.
Yeah, because she doesn't even do the whole, anti-Semitism, Jewish shit.
No.
She can just go, hold on, business-wise, this is about this company.
It's not just the anti-Semitism, it's the anti-conservative.
That's what I'm saying. We're paying him $15 million. The views are trending way down.
Yes.
Like, we can put these resources in something else.
Well, it's also...
Is this a comedy show? Is he doing a bit right now?
That's what I'm saying.
What if I repeat the same thing over and over again as you're trying to explain something to me?
I was having flashbacks to John's political show when the major Richard Ojeda would try and explain something to him, and even when he was being corrected directly, all John could say is, I know. He can't say, oh, I learned something. It's embarrassing. He thinks he's fooling us, Brendan.
The only difference, though, and I remember vividly the episode with Hal Sparks, is that while Hal Sparks was talking over John's head, John would just sit there silently.
Oh,
yeah. To stop talking and then just be like, all right, so then what do you think about this thing Trump said?
But both of them are not listening.
Yeah.
Conservative money.
It's also the
conservative money coming in and going, I don't want that guy on.
It's also the death of late night because, again, the TV, I haven't watched, I used to love it. I haven't watched it in years, man.
Yeah.
Years.
If you talk to the Colbert people, I can promise
That's always an intelligent conversation when someone makes it about them. I've been in plenty a meeting about marketing where they go, well, you know what? I don't even listen to country radio. I'm like, okay, but the target audience does. So I don't know. What's your point?
My point is my kid listens to this, so we should base it all around that.
Oh, I've heard that conversation many times. Yep.
I can promise you that they will tell you, I guarantee that the conversation is, we got canceled because of our political point of view. I can promise you they're saying that.
But also, what do you think was going to happen?
Right.
I'm going to scrub a little bit. At the very end here, they start talking about Gavin Newsom. And it's funny, the points that Brendan brings up, very similar to our buddy Opie when it comes to politics.
It made me more sympathetic to Gavin Newsom in that he runs the fourth largest economy in the fucking world. It's the biggest state. He's responsible for 40 million people. That ain't an easy job. And he probably is a lot more aligned ideologically with me, with you, than you realize. He's a businessman.
Maybe, but then also he's just not doing a good job.
He's got very valid criticisms of the Trump administration.
He can be a good guy, but he's not doing a good job.
I just think
they lead the country in homelessness and unemployment.
Well, so
he's just not doing a good job.
Part of that's also that
also, you got to realize when he's on Sean Ryan, like I listened to it too, and I went, all right, he's not the biggest piece of shit in the world, but he's still up there. But when you watch it, you're like, all right, I can get some of this is tough decisions, but remember too, he's a fucking career politician. He knew that stuff was going to be brought up.
Yeah, but he makes a good argument. I think his criticisms of Trump and ICE are valid in California. There are some very valid criticisms or things to look at. We don't want to be. It's really important not to be. I'm right wing. I'm pro Trump. No, don't do that. Be open to change your mind.
Fuck you, JD Vance, 2028.
Well, be open. Be open. We'll see.
But then also, I just think all politicians are trash. And then you look at what Trump's doing. They are, though. But then you look at
the job is much harder than you think.
Nah, I don't think it's that hard. But
it is.
Yeah, maybe. But that's what they signed up for. Cry me a fucking river.
I'm just saying.
But then also when it comes to Trump, like now he's fucking his fan base over for the first time. They're kind of turning their backs on him with the ICE stuff. Like even with ICE stuff, I'm kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Good stuff. Wow, I can watch Brendan Schaub talk politics all day. I think that's fun.
He actually lost his train of thought to give the coldest take on politics ever.
He interrupted Brian. I got this one. All politicians suck. Wow.
He's got from.
Uh-oh. You just froze up on us, Adam. You were doing good. Say it again.
He got that from Opie, yeah. He got that, both sides are bad from Opie. It's crazy. And to think that he knows better and can't listen is so disappointing. That's all.
All right. We have Stuttering John, second episode with Stephanie Miller's Happy Hour coming up in just a moment. And then we have Aaron Imholt embarrassing himself at his own show at the 11th anniversary SteelToe show. We also have another round of Is It Gay? And we have 2 Minutes with Tom coming up. Of course, your voicemails, all of that coming up in just a moment. But first, we're being interrupted by people who are making that all about them. Supertip.gg/WATP is where you want to go.
Opie looks just like Alex Lifeson of Rush. Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you with the space he invades, he gets by on you. Come to my mobile cough shop, buy a cup. Support vulnerable LBGTQ. Skull.
Eugenio Vasquez, thank you very much for that. Amanda Lynn Nappy coming in.
Sarah Michelle Gellar enjoys underwater welding. Sarah Michelle Gellar does not know her blood type. Sarah Michelle Gellar once spit on an old man from the top of the Eiffel Tower, the one in Vegas.
You tell way cooler stories through Supertip than you do on this show, Adam.
No, one of those are not true.
Oh. You have to guess.
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 games today.
King Caprice says, so they love the Colbert Report, but they hate when comedy gets political. That was a very political show, yeah. Didn't make a lot of sense. Madame Priest, off topic a bit here, Carl, but quick question for you all. Hottest movie character ever. My pick is Kate Beckinsale from Underworld. Great show.
Jessica Rabbit.
That's not a bad one.
It is a good one.
Pretty good.
Charlize Theron in the opening of a movie called Celebrity. Very, very beautiful.
All right.
Carl.
Mm-hmm.
It's my wife's birthday today. I don't want to weigh in on that. We got some Stuttering John stuff to talk about. Let's get into it.
Bloody ass. Can I get a little sympathy? Boom! Because I got a bloody ass. I'm bleeding generously. Because I got a bloody ass.
John was hired by the Stephanie Miller Show in November of 2015, and he's hired to do 2 things: run the board and book guests for the happy hour show. Now, in this time that we're watching, he's also, besides doing this happy hour show where they drink, he's also getting up early in the morning and going on the show and running the board for her main political radio show that she does. And we're going to find out he's not doing a great job of that. But on this happy hour show, he brings in his buddy J.C. Gillern.
Jason Glern, yeah.
Yeah, who's a comic. And he books him to come on the show. And it starts off with his buddy, Stuttering John's buddy, calling John a retard.
Jason Gillern is here.
Thank you, Steph. I just want to say up top, I just feel glad that I was able to do your podcast before you fired John. So this
is a historic occasion.
I just
have you met my
under the wire.
Have you met my engineer Coco the Gorilla?
I'm gonna say, who's the fucking retard working the boards? Oh, it's Johnny.
I'm a liberal. You're not allowed to use that unless you're from Boston. Which you would say you're wicked retarded. Engineer.
Okay. It's interesting. There's a lot going on here. A lot to talk about. It's interesting that Stephanie Miller wants to have this crazy happy hour show where they're just throwing around swear words. Nothing's off limits. You can do whatever you want. The guy goes, John's a retard. She goes, whoa, 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 whoa. That's where we draw the line around here. You know, people don't like using the R word. She's already policing speech, and we've just started the show. Stephanie, I don't think you're understanding how to have an outrageous show.
Plus, I already regret hiring him, so don't rub my face in it.
Yeah, you can tell. So we've been talking about watching this show over the next 20 plus episodes, watching how Stephanie reacts to John and what the demeanor is. And you can see right there, out of the gate, John's friend knows he's not very good at stuff. And so he brings up to Stephanie, I don't know how long till you fire him. And she's just like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He sucks.
Yeah, and that's a move that you do only when you know for certain, I need this boss to know that this man does not represent me. I need to create a direct separation of us so she doesn't think I'm like that. And she's always like, thank God you said that, and rewards the person for distancing themselves from him.
Yeah, that is one of the dynamics that you pick up on throughout this entire episode is Jason distancing himself and aligning with Stephanie on hating John and thinking that he sucks at his job. And it gets to a point where John's just like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I thought my friend was here, my boss. I just started his job and everyone hates me.
His tactic at first was to laugh over them.
Yep.
And that kind of dries up after a while.
Yeah, he gets tired of doing that. So
That's why this is so miraculous to watch, because he doesn't see any parallels between The Tonight Show, where he started as the announcer and then just ended up in the audience, and then ended up as the butt of jokes. This happened over like 3 days here on Stephanie Miller. He started right next to Glazell, and they're like, whoa, you cannot sit at the big table next to our guests. You won't stop touching them. So you're going to go back there in more of a Fred kind of area, and now it's been 2 episodes, and you're now the butt of the jokes. You want it to be the cool, I'm hip, sexual, and everybody wants me guy about town. Now you're the butt of the joke, and you don't see this as a pattern at all. It's wild.
And I don't think Stephanie brought him on to be the butt of the joke. That wasn't the point of this. But the way he presents himself, you're just like, John, you're an ass. Why are you doing that? I do have to correct you on one thing, though, Adam. We did watch this a little bit out of order. The Glozell was his last ever episode.
Oh,
so
interesting.
He'd been taken off the board by then. They're like, okay, you can't run the board. Just sit down next to the guest and crack wise then.
Yeah.
But we find out how John, the professional, booked this guest that Stephanie has on the show today.
Thank you, love.
You are a friend of John Melendez, which normally would disqualify you from this, but in this case, you are.
You know John well, I see. All right, that was good.
Everyone that he's booked so far is like, I love John. He's one of my best friends. He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well,
right?
let me tell you, here's how I got booked for this. We're over smoking a joint at his house, I don't know, 2 days ago. There's about 15 empty fucking beer cans on his patio.
That's how I find him here.
Yeah.
I just follow the beer
and he
bottles.
goes, hey, you want to do the show? That was it. That was your booker. And I was like, what show? Let's fucking back up. I was like, oh, yeah. I didn't tell you got a gig.
So he's just hanging out with his drinking buddy. Or I guess they were smoking weed or whatever, but John was drunk. And just like, oh, hey, since we're talking, I'm supposed to like book guests or something. You want to be on?
Yeah, he remembered he had homework.
Yeah. You want to be on what? He didn't even mention Stephanie Miller or anything like
Thanks
that.
for reminding me.
Yeah. And then John also put together some show prep. He has some notes for Stephanie to help guide the conversation with this guest that she's never met before.
Yeah, you know what? I've Jason. Even the show prep notes are new for me. John writes here. Jason loves both pussy and ass and thinks he can eat pussy better than you. LOL. What kind of show prep is that?
Steph, there is no Wikipedia on him. There is no bios anywhere. I asked him.
All right, Jason, it's on now with the pussy eating.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I asked him. I said, "Send me your bio," and he goes, "I was on Kimmel, Leno. I love weed." That was your bio.
Really?
So I had to do it myself. So as much as you think that I wasn't
and even
trying,
if you could.
Wow. This is the thing that John does where he goes, I know it's terrible, but it's not my fault. He's immediately deflecting blame to the guests that they brought on. He didn't give me enough information to go by. I thought they were friends. They started off talking about how they're friends. They hang out.
Exactly.
And so instead of actually knowing this guy and having some knowledge about his career or what he's up to, which turns out he's a full-time high school teacher, that would be in the prep, you'd think, things like that.
Oh my God, that's what they'd want to talk to him about. That would be the perfect thing.
Because he's a comic. He's got his face up at the Comedy Store, so he works pretty often, but he's also his teacher. Instead, John goes, well, we had a conversation once about how he likes like going down on chicks, and he'll even lick a little ass from time to time. And so John goes, yep, that's the prep.
Yep, and he prefers
number one on the list.
It really was. And so Stephanie's just like, what kind of prep is this? There's no Wikipedia page to copy off of. Right. What am I supposed to do? It's a horrible reason.
I asked him. He said one thing. I was done. That was the extent of it, because he knew what you were asking him was, can you do my homework for me? Can you pitch this and put it together and write it down in a format that my boss would like and make it like the kind of stuff she would like? What an asshole. John, can you even tell us if this is a favor for you or a favor for him? Which one is it? Because you're acting like it's a favor for him, but you're not willing to do... it's too much. I'm sorry. I get infuriated. God damn it.
Well, they go on...
Choking on my outrage here.
I know. They go on to talk about how this guy is on the wall at the Comedy Store, and there's legends on the wall at the Comedy Store. And this guy, Jason, completely downplays it. John learns nothing from this. This is 10 years ago, where this guy's going, yeah, there's a lot of nobodies on those walls, too. Guys you've never heard of. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Meanwhile, John would have brought this up every chance he got, every time he spouts his resume. You know that his picture being at the Comedy Store would be brought up in that.
He can't walk into, what is it, the Laugh Factory or whatever it is, that he can't walk in there because they won't put his picture up. We had multiple episodes about how he begged them and they wouldn't do it.
And there's also that place where he brings all of his listeners, all of his donors, whenever he's back at home, because
the
tavern,
restaurant, the
whatever that place is called,
something like that.
Belmont Tavern, because his 8x10 signed 8x10 is behind the bar.
Yep.
So now this is where I bring all my friends.
I will never go there again. I will eat there for the rest of my life.
Yep, that's all it takes.
Done.
So Stephanie then explains the reason that she has a nice house is because of all the failed television shows that she's attempted. And, you know, Stephanie's being modest. She did have a show on, I think, CNBC, a late night show or something. She's done some television work, but I think that she's also tried to get a lot of other TV shows that fell through. And Adam, I'm sure you know how this works. You typically get a sum of money that ties you up so that you're working with that network or that studio in order to try to create something and pitch it and get it on air. And so it can be lucrative. You can make some money doing this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so she brings that up.
Well, here's the more cancellations. Can I get some fucking cancellations?
That shit going on. What?
Well, didn't you get the show just they didn't pick up? Didn't you write a show that wasn't picked up?
Well, they bought it, and then fucking I wrote the script, and then two celebrity.
This is why he's not doing a big show, because that's not a question. Did you have a show you wrote to get picked up? You fucking loser.
I'm just hoping over the next hour we can become such good friends that I can come back after you shit can him. So
yes, exactly.
Okay. I love that Stephanie had to reprimand him there and explain to him, like, hey, didn't you just fail at shit? You want to tell that story? Not really, John.
Yeah, that's blowback from being called a retard,
Yes.
by the way.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to get back at him. And Stephanie's just like, yeah, there's a reason why you're not hosting the show. It's the reason why you're the board op on the Stephanie Miller show.
Yeah.
Not a question you want to ask a guest that just came in for the first time.
I also think he said it because he was kind of bragging. He was having a success. They were talking about something good, and he was just wanted to take him down a peg. He didn't like how that felt. Well, you also lost at this other thing, which is also like, it's a gig he booked. Like, that's how it works. You get these, like you're saying, that's actually a success he can use to build off another one. It's not a failure.
Always be bashing.
Always be bashing. And so John then wants to make it about him. So he talks about getting fired from this show called Last Call. A show he doesn't talk about very often, but a show that he was a host on for a little while.
Did I ever tell you how I got fired from my Brandon Tartikoff show?
No.
No, but you won't be surprised.
I was.
No, I will not.
All right, so he brings up, did I ever tell you how I got fired from the Brandon Tartikoff show? So Brandon Tartikoff's a big producer, produced lots of different shows. And so when I hear that sentence, I think we're going to find out why John was fired from this show. That's what I thought for some reason. Will we?
I was a co-host for this show called Last Call on CBS, and Brandon Tartikoff was the producer.
The legendary NBC.
Yeah. So I went to the NatP convention. For those who don't know, is where
I had to stand next to a giant cardboard cutout of myself when I was promoting my late night show.
So all the that's where all the new shows, and they're all excited. And Brandon Tartikoff said to me, and I'll never forget this. I have his picture with me and him, and he said, "John, you've got it."
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
trademark.
So like 12.
Herpes? What is he talking about?
The clap. Chlamydia.
Never tell you about getting fired off the show. Well, first off, this guy gave me a huge compliment. Is that part of the story? Okay.
Why would we care that you have a picture together? Why would he tell us we took a picture? What is that?
I don't know. He's always bragging, even when he's telling a story about him getting fired from a TV show.
And notice how he cannot have a conversation. Like, the guest and Stephanie are so good at just talking and naturally having a conversation. He has to tell a story about himself. It's the only thing he can do. And somebody comes in to try and make it a conversation, he gets very angry and hostile. He shuts them down, or he talks over them, or he would lower their mic, which is why they took him off the board.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mic lowering. I noticed that. Did I ever tell you the story? What if she goes, yeah, you told me. All right, so
it's a yes or no question.
It's a childish way to start a conversation.
It's not how you start a conversation on a radio show. It's irrelevant if she's heard it. The audience is who you care about.
Do you want to tell the story, John? Tell the fucking story then.
Just tell it.
If I must.
I don't want to sing. Don't make me sing. Yeah.
The clap. Chlamydia.
So like 12, episodes in, I had an English co-host, this hot English woman.
Right.
Yeah. You would have loved her.
Yeah.
And so I'm in commercial break, and she goes, "So John, why aren't you going to be here tomorrow? They said you were sick." I go,
Huh?
"What?"
Huh?
I go, "What do you mean? I plan on coming." And then I go upstairs to the producer. I go, "What happened?" And they, "Oh, I'm sorry, John. We just."
That was the story he wanted to tell. He found out from his co-host that he wasn't going to be on the show anymore, which doesn't even make sense. I heard you're sick. We're talking right now. What do you mean? I'm planning on being sick tomorrow? I don't even think he remembers the story correctly.
I don't think so either.
And then instead of like explaining why he was fired from his job, it's just like, yeah, the way they told me, the way I found out, pretty wild, huh? Huh?
It's not a story. He just wanted to brag that he felt he was put down and he had to get himself back up there, and he thinks we don't see through that.
It wasn't. You're right. It wasn't a story at all.
No.
And he's so fucking horny. It's ridiculous. He's talking about his co-host, and then he thinks that Stephanie Miller, who's I believe in her 50s at this point, is just like horned up for chicks all the time. Well, you would like this chick. She's like, okay, whatever. Jesus Christ! Enough.
I think he actually thinks like it's his way of kissing ass to the boss. Like she feels good when he says that. Like it's a compliment to her. Like when you compliment a grandma in an elevator, like, don't you look lovely? And they're all happy. Like he thinks he's actually charming her, not she's tolerating this.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, John finally comes out and admits, because as I mentioned, we're watching these happy hour shows, but they're doing a daily show in the morning time. And they brought in John to work the board, and he cannot do it.
I will admit, I told Stephanie, I do suck at the board. I thought I could do this, but I can't. It's just
it's only a fucking podcast.
Precious.
John.
Don't say you can't. You really fucking can.
All right.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
I know. I am. But like, here's the thing, and I told you this, Jason. I love Stephanie. I'm
Of course,
a fan
she's
of the
very
show.
sweet and
If
obviously
Corky
very
from Life
patient.
Goes On, mated with an epileptic.
There you go.
This is the person that's been wanting to.
no, but I love Steph. I love the show. So I feel bad that I couldn't succeed in this arena of technical.
That's all right. That's all right. We're
It's
just
recording.
We're going to,
He's actively working the board, and he's already explaining that he can't do it. So he's admitting he doesn't want to learn. Or that he can't.
That's what I'm hearing.
And that's what she was offended by. She's like, don't say you can't. You're just incapable.
But this reminds me of when his first day on the Tonight Show. He talked about how I'm going to forget stuff all the time, guys. You got to be aware of that. Like he wants to set expectations super low so that he can be lazy. So rather than learn it, he's a week in, maybe 2 weeks in, going, "Yeah, I can't learn this," so that he doesn't have to do it and someone else will do it. And I'm sure we're going to learn this because I've heard the stories about how Stephanie tried to put him in different positions and he couldn't do any of them. When you're at the Tonight Show, you can kind of blend in. This is a thing from Dilbert books. Like people who suck at their job, you get into a big enough corporation, you can kind of hide in the corner and no one's paying attention. You're on a small show like this where everyone has to carry their weight and do shit. It's going to get discovered real quick that you're incompetent and it's not going to work for you. Even on the Howard Stern show, they couldn't find anything for him to do. He got fired from warming up the potato.
He doesn't see this as a pattern at all. He doesn't see
doesn't.
that this keeps happening everywhere he goes. And by the way, I think that's the first time I've heard him say, I can't do something. And he didn't come to Stephanie going, look, I'm great at booking guests. I'm good at the comedy. You don't want me handling the numbers. He was like, I had a record deal. I've worked on Neve consoles. I can work any board you got. You give him a small little bowl with like 4 channels. And he's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And God forbid he would ask the other guys who've been working that board, hey, can I sit down behind you and watch you run the board on a show?
You already said he doesn't want to do it.
He doesn't want to do it. He's lazy.
He goes from...
Doesn't want a job.
And that is interesting that Adam pointed out. He did say, I can't do this. But he wants to get past this to get to just drinking. He went from, I can't do this to, but I love the show and I love Stephanie, so I belong here.
Right.
Pathetic.
But Stephanie Miller's fans fucking hate this guy.
And you shaved. Look at you.
I did.
You shaved. You look
I
like a
figured
human.
maybe you like me a little better.
There you go. I hear your fans are big fans of John the last few weeks as well. It's all falling apart.
I told him how.
The liberals love the whole I can turn the lesbian by fucking the gay out of her. The liberals love that.
Oh, my God.
So this is just proof that John is not a liberal in the sense that he thinks he is. Because, yeah, that is offensive to the LGBTQ community when you go, oh, you think you're a lesbian? You just haven't had my dick yet. Like, dude, what? The fuck are you doing? And he's
Yeah, but
been
it's
hitting
me.
on her.
Come on, it's me.
Yeah, yeah.
you
And he's
know.
been hitting on her nonstop. And
We both know you want me.
That's his pickup line. And he's been hitting on her nonstop, and he never stopped. And I think that the audience is just going, what is this guy doing?
What does he do?
Well, yeah, what does he
Yeah,
do?
because he keeps saying he's a fan of this show. And by the way, didn't he used to love Howard? That's why he was supposed to be on the
Yes.
Howard Stern show and replace Mitch Fattel, because he was such a big fan. And then they don't
They owe it to
become
him.
the surrogate parents he wants, and he
Yep.
hates them now. They're the worst people ever.
This is a crazy story. John's constantly telling Stephanie Miller whenever he gets laid on the weekends and stuff, he has to brag about it to her, like, privately. It's a weird thing to talk to your boss about, but just everything's sexualized with him at this stage of his career.
Yeah.
This weekend, this is not the normal producer conversation. He's like, oh, well, you know, so I was banging this chick, and I took some Cialis, and so I took a picture of my chick. Because it looks, I was like, yeah, you know what?
It looks
You know
really
what?
big.
Yeah, you know what? Turkey shot down a Russian plane. Can we focus on that for a second? Because
Jason's laughing because he knows what a fucking moron this guy is. Did he have a conversation with his new boss about, yeah, I was banging this chick. I had to take a picture of my dick. It was so big on Cialis. John definitely has erectile dysfunction. He brings up boner pills more than any person I've ever heard. He brings it up all the time. Well, it's only when I'm doing coke, or, you know, if I'm with a chick, or if I just want to jerk off. He's always
Pretty much
on-
whenever I need an erection.
Yeah, right. It's always on boner pills, this fucking guy.
Well, he's always drunk. I think it's a alcoholic thing.
yeah.
And also, I think he's copying that Howard Stern format. I think he thinks this is his I have a small penis. Like, aren't I likable and relatable? I know you think I'm this big celebrity who gets all the girls, but really I'm humble just like you. I have trouble getting it up sometimes. Not like gross and slimy and greasy the way it comes off.
Yeah. But there's always a brag in there, too. Like when Howard would talk about not pleasing his wife or having a small dick, he wasn't just like, but she's pretty hot, though, huh, guys? It was just all self-deprecating.
He could let it lie. Yeah, he can't do that.
Whereas John goes, yeah, I was banging this chick. She's fucking hot. But, yeah, you know, so anyway, I had to take Cialis to get it up. But my dick looks huge. It's like, fuck. Whatever, man.
And why did you get fired? And who did you get replaced by? That's the story.
That's the story. That's the thing that we never come back to, unfortunately.
Only thing we want to know.
All right. He brought up in the very beginning, it was in the bio, that this guy loves going down on chicks. He loves pleasing the ladies with his tongue. And John keeps bringing it back to this conversation. I can tell Jason doesn't want to talk about this. This is a private conversation these two bros were having. And now he's on Stephanie Miller's show, and he just keeps bringing it back.
Yeah, but Steph, here's his favorite thing to do sexually, which is I don't know why. This is his favorite thing to do.
No, once again,
weird
you're
you know
misrepresenting
this.
me. You're going to
Okay.
say my favorite thing to do is eat ass.
Right.
It's one and the same. Eating. Well, it's different.
it's analingus.
But, yeah.
This is what
Like-
Tom. What's his name? No, Brian Williams' daughter got analingus on what's the show? Sean, what's the show? What Girls? She got analingus on Girls.
Good.
Can you imagine?
Great. I support that too.
Yeah. One
know.
thing Brian Williams couldn't lie about is I guess my daughter did.
Oh, his
tongue up the
daughter?
ass. Yes. Uh huh.
Yeah. So once again, is it my favorite thing? It's equally. I love it as much because it's the same fucking thing. But John just.
Do you find it the same thing, Steph?
I'm going to probably drink the most of any happy hour between the two of you.
That's all right. Well, I'll be right with you.
So after he's bringing up this, you know, he could eat pussy better than you can, Stephanie, and they're just like, yeah, well, I don't know who's going to judge that. It just keeps getting more and more awkward, and then John goes, yeah, but you know what he really likes to do? She's just like, oh, okay. You're going to talk about how I like to eat ass? Is that where we're going with this, John? Is this the interesting thing about me? Not my comedy or my career? I did mention I was on Jay Leno's Tonight Show, and I've been on Conan O'Brien. All right, well,
You're
let's
right.
talk about that.
This prep was pulled from a private conversation.
Yes.
Probably
A
drunken.
drunk,
Yeah.
high.
Number 2, he wouldn't go buy beer.
There's no Wikipedia, Chris. What's he supposed to do?
That's true.
You're right.
Yeah. So John, of course, did no research on Stephanie Miller before he started working for her, or know who Stephanie's dad is, who was a politician. He was in Congress for many, many years, in the 50s and 60s, and then ran for vice president in 1964 and lost by a landslide.
I told you he's filthy stuff. I told you.
No, but I really I'm fascinated about your father, which I did not know.
Right.
And I'm like...
Apparently I didn't either.
Yeah, he told me that too.
He's producing a political news show.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, did he lose? I'm like...
No, I knew he lost, but I didn't know
It was the biggest landslide in history.
What?
I can't believe he fucking goes, I wasn't born then. That's all histories before you were fucking born, Coco. Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't you look that up before you started working for Stephanie Miller? Her dad was a famous politician.
Most people would.
A Republican who only won 6 states.
Oh, and he's such a fan of the show.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you might even just know that from listening to it. Might
Or
have been brought
just
up.
politics. It's a political show. If that were a sports statistic, John would be embarrassed. He would know, who lost for vice president that year if you follow politics as much as you claim you do. It just shows he has no idea.
And this guy, Jason, does a little research before he goes on a show. Because he's like, oh, you're working for Stephanie Miller? Oh, I'll go on that show. So he looks up the wiki page and starts clicking on some links and stuff. And look at how snarky John is to get here.
Yeah. But he was Catholic. I was just reading on the wiki.
Yeah, Irish and German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jay, he has a Wikipedia.
And he knew.
Oof. That shot right there. Oh, you think you're so great because you looked up information before you came on this person's show? I mean, he said it. He said, yeah, I looked at the Wikipedia page and it said this and this and this. And John still had to be snarky, like.
You're making me look bad.
Right.
And John is making him look bad. He's your guest. You're putting him down. You're shitting on the last guest, Jessica, and her boyfriend. You're like, he's probably nobody. Wouldn't you want it to be somebody? Wouldn't you hope the things he's saying are going well, even if it has to come off against you? That's your job. Use me to make yourself look good. I book.
This is how fast it happens, and it doesn't matter that it's live.
Yep.
Yeah.
And John could have looked all of this up and known about Stephanie Miller's dad very easily, and he just didn't.
Oh, he turned on me.
Because he's lazy. So then they find out that Stephanie's father died when she was only 21 years old. And this conversation happens.
So, all right. So, did he know that were you out at 21?
No.
Oh,
No, I was still
fascinating.
sucking a little dick then.
Okay.
So why can't you go
I'm
back?
good at it because Catholic,
love it.
Catholic girls, you got to be.
Wow. John's first thought, oh, then why can't you go back? This is after she explained her audience hates him for thinking that he's going to make a lesbian straight.
He can't help himself.
He can't help himself. He's so fucking horned up all the time. She's like, yeah, I used to date guys back then. Why can't you date me now? She figured it out, John. That's why. She's repulsed by you like most people.
And he thinks the audience was with him on that. Like, they're all like, but. Like, they're expecting him to say it. No one's following that storyline, John.
No. This is very funny right here. And Jason's seeing all of this playing out in real time and knows exactly what's going on.
Fucking kidding.
I love it. I love it because you're getting all your anger
Well,
out.
I really do. No. I do love Steph because she's obviously working with a fucking novice, and she's biting her tongue and very fucking sweet. So you are lucky.
I'm fucking sweet,
and
right?
she's sweet and
I'm
patient.
so much.
and a
I'm
comment,
so much less cunty than I could be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could be so
Yes.
cunty.
Yes, but Jason, why do you always like?
It's true. Let's fucking tell the fucking truth here. Let's tell the truth here.
What?
And you might stick around another fucking 2 weeks after the 2 weeks she's gonna fucking shake on you. I'm trying to help you, you fucking retard.
What did I say about retard? I'm a liberal.
Yeah, that's right.
I've worked in television and radio for 25 years.
Yeah, the piece.
The gloves are off.
Yeah, John's pissed. Now, I love the term novice. Was such a perfect word to use for John working on the show. You're really biting your tongue over there working with this novice, huh? Jason is fucking giving it to John. And rightfully so. It's so funny to watch this happen. And this is why I think we're going to find out Stephanie was the worst boss John ever worked for, because this is where he was exposed. Being in this small group, being tried out in all these different things. Can you do show prep? Can you book guests? Can you run the board? Can you be funny on mic? Everyone figuring out that John can't do any of these things. exposed him, and that's why he has all this anger towards Stephanie Miller now. Jason seems to really not like this guy.
It was a really nice turn. They're communicating. This happened last time. The hosts and the guests are communicating about John with their eyes. She says, you know, I wish I could say a lot of things about John that I've been holding back. And he went, oh, okay, allow me. And then he just turned and unleashed. That was all the permission he needed. And she's applauding, and John's upset, and he's exposed, like you're saying.
And that's why they were cheersing at the beginning of that clip, because they're both teaming up against John. They both have something in common. This guy sucks.
Yeah, it's funny. They normally cut away from John and don't include his reactions, but on this one, they kept it, and he winced like he took a hit. He turned his hole and started pretending he was busy with the board.
This relationship that Stephanie and Jason are forming, I'm very familiar with. I've become friends with a lot of people just over our disdain for John.
Yes.
Hey, Adam.
I feel very seen right now. I feel very.
It's amazing how that works out. So then they're talking about loving Chelsea Handler. This has come up on both episodes so far. And, you know, John does not like Chelsea Handler. So he's going to tell a Chelsea story.
She loves John about as much as you do, so it's fine.
So we'd have that to bond over. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you my Chelsea's?
But no.
Did I ever tell you my Chelsea Handler story?
No.
So we're on
Again, a childish thing. Did I ever tell you my Chelsea Handler story? No. I thought we were going to get a good story here because he loves bashing Chelsea Handler. Let's find out.
Oh.
So we're on a plane. We're on a plane when I'm going out to audition for the Tonight Show.
Right.
So I'm on a plane, and there I am, and I'm sitting in my seat, and I pop a Xanax, and this girl's next to me, and the girl's like, "Hey, what the hell was that?" And I go, "Oh, that was a Xanax. I don't like flying." She goes, "Could I have one?" I go, "Sure." So I give it to her. She takes it. That ended up becoming Chelsea Handler. So I take full responsibility for her alcohol addiction and drug addiction.
Amazing. See? It's knowing John.
Amazing. That was not a story.
Nope.
She turned into Chelsea Handler. He also, I think he caught himself. I think he was trying to say first class. So I'm sitting in my seat.
I heard the same thing. Yeah. I was waiting for it.
Because, they flew him out. I'm sure they put him in first class. Yeah. Going from New York to L.A. And so he wanted to brag. But then the story was, I was sitting next to a celebrity I didn't know at the time, and I gave her a Xanax. Not a story.
What's this? Is the implication that check out what a drug addict she is? She's taking a Xanax before a random flight. Then what are you doing, John?
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, now she's an alcoholic. So are you.
Yeah.
What's your point? I don't understand. It's just such not a story. Yeah, for a guy who worked on the Tonight Show for 10 years, it's like, what's your Chelsea Handler story? Before I knew who she was, I gave her a Xanax on an airplane.
What stranger says, hey, what's that pill you're taking?
Chelsea Handler.
Well, okay.
I can see
what
that.
Other stranger says?
Right, I can see that.
Who gives a shit?
And also, this is a TV show, or a streaming thing where you book gigs, like comics. Why are you guaranteeing that she'll never do the show? Stephanie just said she's friends with her maybe or likes her. Why would you tell them all you don't like her? That's your job is the opposite. And no one would want to think that when they're working with you, these are the stories you tell about me when I'm not there.
Yeah.
Because he's assumed that he doesn't have to do the board anymore or anything else, like book guests. He's been dismissed from everything. He's used to this.
He thinks he's the personality hire.
Yeah. Well, so then Jason explains that the three of them, John, Jason, and Chelsea Handler, did a show in Tempe, Arizona. And again, it was before Chelsea was famous. Obviously, she was doing a show with Stuttering John, a comedy show. And so Jason starts talking about Chelsea parties, but she also works her ass off. When we traveled with her, she's up early in the morning. She's out jogging. She's keeping in good shape. She's keeping sharp. She's prepared, doing the show. And so John does not like that, of course.
But Jason, you're lying because at the Tempe Improv, she was mad and she was really, really, really pissed off because, they wouldn't allow drinking in the green room.
No, but my point is she partied and she was even popping fucking pills in the green room. I remember. But but she would leave for the hotel early, ran all fucking day.
Well, so did I.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but look at you now. Tale of Two Cities. That's a literary term. He doesn't know about that either.
Yes, I do.
That's right. It's okay.
I didn't know it was going to be bashing me. Whenever I book my freaking friends on this show,
I
they
know,
all
is it
bash
weird?
me.
Jessica did this too. Oh my God, he starts by going, my dad died last week. And Jessica goes, yeah, I'm still not going to fuck you.
2 for 2.
terrible. It's terrible, John.
Yeah. John brings these people on, and they immediately realize, what do I have in common with this stranger? That guy sucks.
Yeah.
That's what the conversation turns into. So then they get into more talk about John getting fired.
Why do I need to fucking
And you teach high school? What?
I teach high school.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's pretty mellow. They're good kids.
And still they can run the board better than me.
Yeah, there you go.
In fact, I'll tell
Ay,
Julio
ay.
maybe there's an opening in 1 week or 2. I forgot how long he's lasting here.
You know, it's the holidays. You don't want to seem mean.
Oh, she has thought it out. I told you.
I know she has. Don't worry about it.
You might make it to the fucking New Year's
I
Eve
want to
and
be
you're
fucking
fucked.
Mr. Cratchit.
No, it's okay.
Well, by that time, maybe he'll actually learn his fucking job. Who knows? If he
Hey,
keeps
shut the
doing a
fuck
lot.
up, dude. I'm fucking. This thing is like flying a fucking jet airliner.
He really wants him to shut up.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, this guy,
yeah, okay, all right.
This guy really wants to get John fired, too. He keeps bringing it up over and over again. Like, when are you going to fire this fucking guy? She's like, it's the holidays. Like, all right, so a few weeks then?
Yeah.
It's
The
fine.
first time was a joke. This is like number 5.
Yeah, he keeps bringing it up. And then John goes, well, fuck you, man. This is like flying a jet airliner. No, I promise you it's
That I
not.
can't do.
Look, he wouldn't be doing it if the material wasn't killing. Putting down John is making the host
Yes.
happy and everyone's loving it. And it turns out this is timeless material we can enjoy years later. The guy's making the right choice.
It's true, yes.
Yeah.
We are enjoying this quite a bit. And John, at this point, is just like, what is going on right now? Why is everyone turning against
I thought
me?
I was cool.
Yeah, he thought he was the cool kid.
The same shit we're seeing here. He started shitting on this guy. He was the one who didn't give him any prep, who didn't tell him what he was going into, and then had nothing nice to say about him when he had to write a bio. So the guy returns it, and John goes, what did I do? After all I've done for you.
Yeah.
You first blood, not me. That was you. Bullshit.
The story of his life. I'm not sure why John added this to the prep. Nobody is. But then he gets the last laugh.
So wait, I don't know why he added this. Jason's son Shay is big into water polo.
I don't know why he added that either. It's John
Well-
Melendez.
But yeah, he plays water polo in Southern California.
That seems so highbrow.
It is highbrow, and you're right. And it is. And all the fucking parents are completely loaded. They are. It's like it's
That's
a very
why I
big
added
sport.
it. That's why I added it. Sorry.
And my kid goes,
Oh, that was real serious. I don't know why he added this to the thing. And then they started having a conversation about it. He's like, see, that's why I added it, Stephanie.
You dumb fuck.
Yeah, so let's not question me in the future, please.
Ever again.
There's a method to my madness over here. Now, Stephanie didn't know that water polo doesn't involve horses, so she had no fucking clue what she was talking about. She's like, are there horses? Like, no.
Don't they drown?
Because it's just swimming. It's like playing polo with squirt guns. No. It's actually in a pool. It's very different than that. So it didn't turn out to be that great of a topic, in my opinion, but that's why I added that. John brought Oscar to the studio. This is a new job for him. He's already bringing his kid, his 9-year-old son, onto the show.
Good luck with that.
I know.
Oh,
But,
did you know
he's so busy.
John brought his 9-year-old and he unplugged my microphone and everything else in the studio?
Oh, shit.
So it didn't work the next day?
I don't think he wanted me to work here.
He must not want to fucking eat.
I guess not.
Wow. John brings his son in. Oscar's a very smart kid. And Oscar goes ahead and sabotages the show. There's something going on there.
Yeah, he's tired of his dad bringing him to drinking-themed things.
Yes.
And
there's
Stephanie's
also
like, don't bring a kid to a drinking show, please.
There's also no respect for his father if he goes to his job and just starts unplugging shit. Because 9 years old, you know exactly what you're doing. This isn't a toddler crawling around and like pulling cords. So
why did John do that?
To show he's a family, or maybe he had custody and went to work anyway.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because I don't know. Why do you bring your 9-year-old to your new job?
You don't.
Stephanie doesn't want him there.
Nope.
She doesn't have a family. She doesn't have kids to, go play with the kids upstairs.
Maybe he thought Oscar would tell Susanna and make him look good.
Oh, yeah. Look at Dad's got a good job now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then this is the craziest thing John says on this show so far. And he said some crazy things that he should not have said.
No, but I don't know if I should say this stuff.
You can say it, John.
No, I'm just a little worried, and I've been on the fence about this. But I'm gonna tell you this. No.
Unluckily for you, Steph, he doesn't know how to bleep anything, so it's good. This is for...
We don't have to. This is a fucking happy hour.
No,
Okay,
this
good.
is the thing. Yeah, my son's not very happy with my ex-wife's boyfriend.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course he's not.
So I told you this when we were hanging. He hacked.
Why the fuck would you say that? My son's not happy with stepdad Aaron. This is an insane thing to say. And if I'm Oscar, I'm going, Dad.
Yep.
What the fuck? I was telling you this shit. I didn't know you were going to be talking about it on a show.
If Oscar said it at all.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he's
because
trying
listen
make
to
himself
where he
look
goes
good.
with this. And, yeah, who knows?
So I told you this when we were hanging. He hacks into my ex-wife's boyfriend's computer.
Oh my God, he's like a hacktivist. He's in Anonymous, the hacktivist group.
And he changes the mouse so when you click left, it turns into right. And when you and then the boyfriend comes up and goes, "Hey, Oscar, I can't figure this out. Could you help me?" He goes, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll do it."
And John promotes this.
Of course.
But what
Why
the
wouldn't he?
fuck? It's my ex-wife's fucking boyfriend.
That's a good point.
He's begging my wife.
That's insane.
That's a lot.
It's crazy that he went there, and I can't believe he did it on the show. I can understand if he's having a private conversation with his buddy Jason, and he's like, I don't like that Aaron guy. He's fucking my ex-wife,
Sure.
or, because he's petty and ridiculous. Yeah. But the way he sets that up is like, yeah, he doesn't like Aaron, and so he did this thing where he could have just been like, yeah, he pranks my
That's what it was.
his mom's boyfriend. He's doing pranks.
Yeah. That's why he fixed it as soon as he got caught. He was just showing off. He was showing what he can do. He was messing with him. It's not to avenge my dad, and all the wrong that's been to him. Like
Yes.
he's painting it.
Because the story right before that was that he pranked his dad going to his work and fucking with the equipment. It's like every Melendez that sets foot in that house screws it up. And John's pretending like he loves me, but he hates Aaron. That's why he fucked me over and Aaron over. But
John needs people in his corner at all costs.
it's just a weird thing to talk about your ex's new boyfriend. I don't know where they're at this point, if they're living together, if he's helping raise the kids. I assume that's probably the case, but leave it alone. It's no one's business.
He thinks Susanna's listening and going to hear that and second guess herself and their relationship. It's like what he does with his tweets. He thinks he's causing chaos and drama when he's really just embarrassing himself. It's also worth noting that for the 3 times he said, "Have I told you this? Have I told you this?" He started this one with, "I know I told you this, but," and then just launched into it.
Yeah.
So then why the fuck are you asking?
Yeah, either way, you're doomed.
Yeah, either way, steamrolling this thing right through.
He's such a child. I have one more clip on here. And this guy, Jason, has been his friend for a while. And he knows Susanna. And his wife is friends with Susanna. So he decides to come in and step up for Susanna. And let Stephanie know, like, by the way, this woman that, John's pissed at because she's banging a new guy after they got a divorce. She's actually really cool.
You probably don't know who's a rad woman.
Yeah, until you fucking know her.
Rad, how do you mean rad?
You're gaining more of her fans.
How do you mean rad?
Like super hippie, amazing mother, sexy, cool, rad woman.
Right.
Super rad woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Great woman. And John,
She is a great woman.
She's a great woman.
Great
Right.
woman. Great woman.
Right.
Great woman. I'm like Trump now. Great woman.
What's wrong with you?
She's a great woman.
Is she a great woman?
My
She's a
wife,
great woman.
friend, they're friends,
Because in case anybody watches us, this is what I have to say.
Of course.
Adam, you made this point not too long ago. Isn't it amazing that universally everyone knows John's ex, Susanna, is fantastic. Everyone loves her. No one has anything bad to say about her. It's just a known thing. And you see it time and time again. There's another example of this guy going, I got to bring something up, by the way. Susanna's lovely.
Yeah.
She really is a treat. And the fact that John says shit like this and acts like she's a bitch is Looney Tunes.
Yeah, and again, Jason's communicating to her, like, you think this is awful. Wait till you hear this. The woman's actually one of the greatest women you'll ever meet. And this is what he's like. Can you imagine?
So I'm looking forward to part 2 of this.
Oh, I can't wait.
That was the first half of it.
Do you remember in that movie Three Amigos when I think it's Martin Short tells that story about Lillian Gish, how she looked at him and she said, "You, son, have got it." It's a joke. It's a joke. 'Cause
It's a joke, and that's
you
why
say
even-
when there's nothing to say to somebody. You're just like, you did it. You got it. Like,
And that's why Stephanie even repeated that back to him. Like, yeah, we all know that. John's told that story about another person, too. I can't remember who it is.
It's brilliant. It's all brilliant.
Well, there's that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, John has that story all the time. He'll never forget a compliment. He's never once forgotten a compliment or didn't repeat it to people.
I once sang a song at a wedding, and I was insecure about how it went. So I asked a buddy, I'm like, how did that song go over? And he went, it was everything. This is the only time and the last time I'll ever tell that story, because I know what he meant.
Yeah.
The Isotopes have gotten. It looked like you were having fun up there.
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun.
There,
That's
the
not a
worst.
compliment.
That's the
not even
worst.
close.
And we were never booked there again.
Or like when I talked to Adam, I'm like, how's it going? He's like, better and better. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
That's my
Sorry, Adam.
Hope things turn around for you, buddy.
sorry I asked. We have an amazing SteelToe segment that we're going to get into, followed by Is It Gay? The new game show that's sweeping the nation. But first, people are going over to supertip.gg/WATP to interrupt the show like Juggernaut over here.
Hottest chick in a movie? Whichever one's banging me. Skull.
Anyway, the answer is, of course, Allison Hannigan. Michael P.
Whiskey, straight up. Get around for the house. I'm feeling expansive. Rest in peace, Tara. Go Bills.
Nice.
That was
Go
true.
Bills.
James Q. Legend just said it. It was when they said, the Tonight Show guy said, I wish I had 10 Johns. You know, they're like, what'd you do today, John? And he was like, I did this thing. And the guy said, well, if I had 10 of you, I would get something done. John was like, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anonymous coming in.
Brandon Tartikoff died at age 48 in 1997 due to a rare case of melendicitis.
Well, the good doctor would know. I'm not going to argue with him.
This one time, I was in a room alone with Sarah Michelle Gellar. After a long, awkward pause, she turned to me and looked at me with an unmistakable look. I knew what she wanted. I reached down and...
This super tip is brought to you by MagicMind. The only reason I remembered my wife's birthday today.
And that's how it went. It's the only interesting Sarah Michelle story I've got, and I'll never tell it again. Glad it wasn't interrupted by some club-footed asswipe shilling for dumb pills.
Thank you. Now you're making sense. Thank you. Okay.
No, that's how you super tip.
It's not a pill. It's a shot. It's a productivity shot that you drink when you want to be more productive. That
Mike
was very
Birbiglia
funny.
says it's very effective. I hear good things about it.
That was very funny. Well done. Drunk engineer coming in. John's dream was to be doing what we saw him doing on his very last show. Show up late, drink, and flirt with the female guest. Then he got fired. Yeah, if that's the job description, he's updating his resume for it. He's ready to go. Drunk engineer again. I suspect Jason got some angry text after the show and has never spoken to John again. Should we reach out to Jason?
We have so many people to reach out to.
Okay.
I will definitely do that.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think you nailed it, Carl. You said it like that. He's living his dream job now. It's come down to it. He just wants to be paid to be himself. So he's getting paid to sit in a cage and be Stuttering John and let people just gawk at him.
Yeah, someone sent me a note about the most recent convention that he's going to, where he sits and takes photos and autographs. And again, a lot of sports figures, a lot of people that just have nothing to do with Stuttering John Melendez at all.
There are conventions he would be appropriate for. It's not the ones he's doing, though. It's strange.
Yeah, he's not well known in Chicago. That's not, I don't know.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
seem right. Zach Hoffman, actually, take a couple of these for me, please, Adam.
Carl, these Steph Miller clips I look forward to every Wednesday, as if this creep is putting out new content. By the way, do you think Steph P's standing up? That is a very, very true thing. This has, reminded us all why we love the Dabbleverse so much. And since it's the same act every time, it feels just as current.
Yeah. This is all new stuff, though, because when he's being interviewed, it's very different. It's the same answers. I just got another an old interview someone found that we could go through at a certain point.
Great.
But when he's on these shows and they're busting his balls, that's a different side of John we don't get to see very often.
He sealed himself off from that. We get flashes of it before he,
I love this.
runs away, but he's forced to stay there and fake laugh and take the punches, and it's really amazing.
He thought he was going to reinvent himself, and he's immediately the punching bag.
Yes. Yeah. I do look forward to going back and watching these Stephanie Miller. I hope it never runs out.
Me too.
Wait, will it?
Sorcerer, never. Adam, do you think SJ thought bringing friends and drinking would make him less anxious for the show, and then it backfired? Or is there no plan? Yeah, I'm sure he's always hiding behind people in hopes they'll take the hits instead of him. I think that's a part of it. I definitely do. But there's no prep. There's no, like, I'm going to write this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to learn this. So that's his only option. I miss old Howard Stern. I'm a show booker. SJ does the exact opposite of everything the rest of us do. That has to be true. Stewie felt the beer-guzzling band leader on The Man Show would have been a better hire. Yeah, that guy can play an instrument.
Right.
OG Mumbling Nick, the great one, is gifting one Who Are These Podcast membership. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you for doing that.
He has a great show coming up on Sunday. Everybody check out OG Mumbling Nick's show on Sunday. There'll be some surprises.
Nice.
Michael C., when are you going to promote Adam to WATB? Michael C., that hurt. That really.
There've been some rude comments, but wow.
That one, that's don't say that, please.
Chaos Queen coming in on supertip.gg/WATP.
Adam, what was it like working with Hugh Laurie? So cool.
Are you interviewing yourself now?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. It's getting really weird.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really wants to know that. But you should watch his audition for House on YouTube. It's right there. It's really worth watching. It's fun.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into SteelToe's 11th anniversary show.
Please, guys, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Venmo. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we don't deserve it.
I want to thank my buddy Patrick Melton for making this available. He put this on the Nobody Likes Onions YouTube channel. If anyone wants to go and check out this entire show that Aaron Imholt did for his 11th anniversary for the SteelToe morning show. He brought in Johnny Crutches came, and then he had Gino and Keanu on the show at Stoney's in Rockville, Minnesota, I believe. And so this is what he got to treat the audience with. The show he's been promoting for months and months and pleading with people to purchase tickets. It's going to be such a great time. All right, let me go back to the beginning here. All right. All right, so what we're seeing here is that Aaron is dressed like Hulk Hogan. And the way he's doing that is by wearing a Hulkster t-shirt or Hulkamania t-shirt, a red bandana, and really bad fake blonde mustache and beard. And you have to wonder, if Hulk Hogan hadn't passed away 2 days before this show, what was he going to do? Did he really have nothing planned for his own show? Because I thought this is booked as a comedy show starring him, Johnny, Gino, and Keanu. And he goes up on stage as Hulk Hogan because the news just broke that he passed away. So we got to look at the venue. It's an interesting venue. I got to see it when Patrick was there filming around a little bit. I assume that this show that he does is in a separate room from the bar area because usually that's how venues work, but it's not a venue. They just do a show right in this bar area, and there's 50 people there, maybe 60 people there watching the show.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Woo!
So he's doing the ear thing to the audience that Hulk used to do, and it's just getting less and less response. Diminishing returns is what he's getting from this bit that he's doing.
Yeah, even Hulk cut it off at 2.
Yeah. You just hear one guy going, woo.
Last call.
Woo.
I don't know what's going on. Some kind of mishap. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody. This is the Hulkster. How you doing, Hulk? Well, you know something, Mean Oz.
So this guy holding the microphone is Oz, who used to be on SteelToe's show and like all the other co-hosts isn't anymore. And for some reason, I don't think they had any conversations about what this bit was going to be. Let me rewind. What was that question he asked? Like, what's the point of this guy being up here?
How you doing, Hulk?
How you doing, Hulk? Wow. Let's get into it. Jeez. I remember when Mean Gene would interview the wrestlers, he'd be like, how's it going? How's it going, Macho Man?
What'd you do today?
The fuck kind of question is that? Like, you could just go up there and just be Hulk Hogan. You don't need a guy holding a microphone.
Well, you know something, Mean Oz.
I should also remind everyone that this is the day of the cornhole tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And Aaron drank all day, as did everyone else who's there. So everyone's ready to be entertained, and Aaron is unprepared and drunk at his own show. And he's admitted this. He's talked about this multiple times since then. He was out singing karaoke before the show started. He was really hamming it up, and it didn't stop. And that's the other point I wanted to make, actually. When you put on a show for people, if you're mingling with all of them for hours beforehand, it's less special when you get on stage. You want it to be like the first time you see someone. If I go see the Eagles, you know, I don't expect them to be out watching the opening band with me. And they're like, oh, we're up.
Yeah, you don't want to jam with them beforehand, necessarily.
I guess I'll see you up there. Have fun. There's a little mystique to it.
First of all, let me tell you something, brother. I've been dead for about 36 hours, man. But when they told me that the Oz Man was coming back to SteelToe,
Whoa.
So that was Cheetos, who said there'll be no filming. And he saw the guy with the phone out and went, nope. So what the guy did, very intelligently, put the phone down and kept it filming. So we're not going to be able to see the visuals until a little bit. He picks up when certain things happen. But we'll get to hear what the show is. We already know what it looks like now.
Talk about the visuals for a second. What about Hulk Hogan does Aaron think that move is, with his wrists splayed out like this? Like, it's all very feminine, and I know he's going for the Hulk thing, but all his ends are, like, loose. Like, he's always the ends are tethered. So he seems like a very, very Liberace-esque Hulk Hogan thing going on here.
Have you seen Aaron on SteelToe? It's
Only the top half.
nonstop.
Yeah,
pulling
that
wrists
thing.
about and doing this thing. It's all this nervous energy thing that he has going on, and very feminine. I agree with that. He doesn't do a good impression of Hulk Hogan.
No, he does not.
And
he's contorting his body like a pretzel.
I'm not buying it.
But you said yeah to white dudes. Didn't pass the test, brother.
Hold on a second. Let me back that up. I think this is the only thing he actually had prepared for this show. So let's make sure we hear it.
Back to SteelToe. Anybody who said yeah to white dudes didn't pass the test, brother. Because now that I'm in heaven, man, I've realized that black people are people too, brother.
So immediately with race, now that I'm in heaven, I realize that black people are people too, is the joke. Okay.
How does that make you feel? It's weird that people laughed at that, man.
It is, I agree.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Oz. From the start of creation, man, right up till the moment the Hulkster passed, man, I've looked through entire human history, brother, and I've looked at all the greatest moments that history's had, man, and I said, what were the greatest moments in all of history, dude? And it turns out that the greatest moments that Jesus and God said, man, was when Jesus Christ was sacrificed on the cross, dude.
That actually wasn't a great moment. I think there's people who would tell you that kind of was a bummer for Jesus.
Yeah. Luckily, no one in the crowd's listening anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I tuned out. I couldn't follow.
Well, he's coming up here. This is a show he's been promoting for months. He had nothing prepared, so Hulk Hogan dies, so he's like, oh, I can dress up as Hulk Hogan. And he has nothing prepared. He's just like, hey, dude, you know what, brother? I'll tell you what I found out, bro. What? Say something. Do something.
Let's talk about the goal.
But I'm pretty sure Mel Gibson wouldn't be like, the best day in our history is when they crucified Christ. Like, the Christians actually are kind of bummed about that. It's kind of a bad deal.
He put as much effort into this. Actually, Bert Kreischer put more effort into his little stinger for his podcast than Aaron did for his anniversary show.
Yeah. If this was prepped, it's terrible. If he's riffing, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You're right. It's worse if it's prepped, but it's also crazy that you think you just get up there and wing it with this act.
Mean Oz got to laugh, so you can't stop repeating it over and over again. Mean Oz, Mean Oz. That worked before. Well, now it's done. You got to find something else.
Yeah, the guy's name was Mean Gene. It rhymed.
And the second biggest moment in human history was when the Hulkster picked up that no good stinking giant man and lifted him up 20 feet in the air and slammed him down through the Pontiac Silverdome with 93,000 screaming Hulkamaniacs screaming his name, brother.
He's getting an applause break for what happened at WrestleMania 3. This is like stolen valor right now.
Yeah.
We're just like, do you guys remember when I did this thing? It's like, that wasn't you. That'd be like me doing an impression of Vinnie Paulino. Oh, Vinnie Paulino. You know, it's like, that's your thing. Are you going to, shit, he's making a note. That's not good. But that's this thing that he's doing. You could tell he's just off the top of his head. Where he's going, remember when Hulk Hogan did that cool thing? People are like, yeah. It's like 35 years ago.
That's the show, folks.
Yeah, that's all he's got is getting that man's applause. I never thought I would be saying too soon for Hulk Hogan after his death, but it's a little too soon for this bit.
Yeah, I mean, people are liking it, so we see what SteelToe fans are like.
They have to. He just died. It's the one day everyone's going to cheer for him.
Yep.
And then Jesus Christ said to me, Hulkster, if we send you back to Rockville, Minnesota, man, what's the one thing you're going to say to him? And I said, Jesus, the one thing I'm going to say to him is that it's not cool with me, brother, that Gino Bisconti, man, and Keanu C. Thompson, dude, sent that SteelToe fella to jail for a day, brother.
This is crazy. I don't know what he's thinking with this. He just said that Gino and Keanu sent him to jail. He's learned nothing.
Nope.
This whole thing where it's like, well, no, you committed a felony. All they did is say, we're not going to lie to the police on your behalf. If they ask us if you sent a nude photo of Kayla Ricada, we're going to say yes, because that's what you did. How does he not understand he still has sentencing coming up for this October 2nd for this crime he committed? And he's blaming Gino and Keanu for him going to jail?
The one leg he had to stand on, or just a point he had about Nick Ricada, that wasn't even his own. It was just a reality that exists, was that regardless, Ricada showing up to Hackamania and clearly just wallowing in the demise of his relationship with April is questionable behavior. So to show that he's above it, while get on stage at a venue and do the exact same thing, just subtly suggest that he was framed and innocent and shouldn't have been found guilty, is that while he's being, watched for another crime. It's insane.
I'm starting to think he's a really dumb guy, and I never thought that before. But the fact that this is what his go-to, and he doesn't think this is being recorded, which is also dumb. And he's playing to his audience, so he thinks saying like, "Oh yeah, Gino and Keanu are the reason why I went to jail for a day." Everyone's like, "Yeah, that's their fault."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're there. You're paying them both $1,000 and their flights to be there. So that's
the
weird
judge
too.
didn't say unless there is a willing audience on your side. It was a pretty much standard thing
Right.
across all the board.
Yeah, it's just like Stuttering John. I think in the court of public opinion, I'll win this case. Like that's not how that works. That's not how-
You're cool.
Yeah, that's how the law works.
That guy's not cool.
Man with the 17-inch biceps. And what God said to me, dude, bring it up here, Mean Oz. what God said to me, brother, was he says, I think that was unfair too, Hulkster. So when you see Aaron Imholt tonight, Hulk, tell him he's God's favorite son, brother. And he said the only thing God likes more than seeing African kids get food when they're starving, dude, is listening to SteelToe at 6 in the morning, brother.
Holy shit. This is so embarrassing. He's doing an impression of Hulk Hogan talking to God about how cool Aaron Imholt is. And how listening to SteelToe at 6 a.m. every day is the most fun thing you can do.
There are no words.
Wow. Wow! He had promoted this for months! Could have written an act or something.
I'm so glad to finally see who these people are that support him.
Yeah. He's just so far up his own ass, he thinks that this is what good content is. Hey, I'm really fucking great, aren't I? I don't know. Do something great.
Did you hear the air go out of the room when he said that thing about God loves African kids eating? And it just...
Yeah.
Everyone just got silent.
They don't
like,
give,
where
they don't
the
give a
fuck
shit
are you
about
going
that.
with this?
Yeah.
You're going nowhere to compliment
Well,
yourself.
He's going to win them back, as we're going to see here.
So what you gonna do when the Oz Man, the Jesus Man, the Johnny Man, and the Visconti Man and woman run wild on you, brother? Make some noise. So what we're gonna do first, man, is we're gonna start this 11th anniversary party the only way we know how, dude.
With racism.
It's weird that a lot of you guys in this audience said that I should show genitals, dude. But that just means that you're gay, brother.
Well, we got our first gay joke.
I'm calling it gay.
First gay joke of the day. Hopefully, Maggie, you didn't have that in your game today, did you? Is that why? Was that a spoiler?
No, I didn't.
Is that a Mega Mania shirt?
Megan Mania, brother.
Jesus Christ, it's running wild. It's running wild, everyone. All right, the game's coming up momentarily. Let's get back to this. Why is he talking about everyone being gay? I guess that's his only go-to thing. Black
Somewhere
people and
Quadfather
gay.
from BYB is listening and going like, this just feels right. This feels
That's a pretty good show. Yeah, I'd go
funny
see
stuff.
this.
It's funny stuff. 100%.
Round of applause if the man you're sitting next to is a homosexual man. That's how you know that the world is healing, brother. Because there's a bunch of queers out here trying to suck each other's dicks, and they're all applauding, brother. So when it comes to Oz Man, or it comes to the Hulkster, or Keanu, my shit's falling off.
And he's completely lost them. The audience is now doing their own thing.
Yeah. More shots, please.
Yep.
I gotta do the whole show like this, brother. So let's bring. Are you guys ready? This is AI.
We're about to see a visual again here in just a moment. So they want him to tear his shirt. Now, there's one thing I know about Aaron Imholt. He couldn't even tear open a bag of potato chips, let alone his shirt. So I don't think he's going to want to try this.
I don't know what else is going to happen with the Hulk here.
So we can't resist. We're showing it again. And he went to it for a second, and he's just like, ah.
Good night, brother, but I'm not ready right now.
He's not ready right now. It's coming up later.
I'm used to you, Hulkamaniac, Fluid Man, because I was in the NWO.
Still one better. Let me list more facts about Hulk Hogan.
I think it's time to bring up our first comedian, dude. What do you Hulkamaniacs think?
Or any comedian at all.
The first comedian we have tonight, dude, is in a wheelchair. And that's hilarious, brother. So what I say is, let's bring up our first comedian, dude.
I think that's the woman that you hear talking is Ellie. If you remember her from Hackamania, she went up and sang karaoke at the first. Yeah, I think she traveled to this show.
He's the co-host, the only one who stuck around, brother.
Whoa!
See, there you go. Self-deprecating. People like that.
People like that. He's the only one who stuck around. Yeah, you've lost a lot of co-hosts, Aaron. Now, I would have cut it here, but he picks up the phone again, so we do watch Johnny making his way to the stage. Having a very difficult time making his way to the stage. Aaron's not helping him. Yeah! Nobody is. And he's coming in from pretty far away. Oh, he just fell over. Oh my god. He's trying to brace himself with like chairs and tables as he, I don't know. I always thought Johnny Crutches had crutches. I'm a literal guy, I guess. Why wouldn't they just have him on stage already, or like right next to the stage?
That's all I was thinking about. When Blind Mike, when you brought him up, you weren't like, is he in the other room? Great, bring him on up.
Right. It's like when Ozzy came on for the final Black Sabbath show. Yeah. He was just like, all right, get on over here. Ozzy's coming down from the 200 level.
Yeah. Gotta get him in this chair. Yeah.
He has to go through the labyrinth and then over the hot coals.
I really, really wish that the audience, I love that they demanded he take his shirt off because they're used to him doing whatever they want.
Yep.
I wished they would have started throwing ones at him so we could just see the reality of it.
That's fun.
Because if they threw enough, he'd reach his goal and he'd take that shirt off.
You know, it'd be even funnier is if you guys threw $5 at a time at me. And then this guy over here's got a 10. That's hilarious.
See?
Would be hilarious like him. Can you believe that's what he put together for his anniversary show? The fact that he even makes fun of Hackamania. Adam, you were with us at Hackamania, a very well-organized event where people showed up prepared and had shows and everyone did shows. I mean, look at what Dr. Steve did for the final Weird Medicine. Holy shit.
I was surprised. I'd only known Melton from his show. I was not expecting to see this like sober presence at the soundboard the entire time who knew how to work it and just kept the ship running and wasn't partying
when he wasn't
at
on
all.
stage running his own shows.
Right.
And,
I mean, that was it. That was not what I was expecting, but it's why it went well.
And it's insane to me that Aaron Imholt could ever call anyone else out on what they do and act like he's got a pro show and that he's better than anyone else because it's night and day.
He's
incomparable.
doing, I believe he's doing the same thing Opie's doing. They had terrible falls, and as long as they just keep doing this every day, they don't have to deal with reality. And he's going to hold on to it for as long as he can so he doesn't have to look at the job he lost, the wife he lost, the friends he's lost, and the situation that he's in.
The situation that we're in is we're about to play a game, and I'm bringing on our review girls. We have Annie joining us. What's up, Annie?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
And Megan, who we already saw a sneak peek of, is here as well. What's up, Megan?
Not much.
How long have you had a Megan Mania shirt?
I've had this for 12 years.
Okay. Well, then I'll give you credit. If you had like made that for this show.
No, Michael
Rip
made it
it
for
off,
me.
Rip it off. Rip it off.
I'll be honest, I was thinking you made it for the show.
No.
I kind of thought so too. All right. You guys ready to play our brand new game of Is It Gay? I don't think I need to explain the rules, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's find out. Is it gay?
We got it.
Women do not give a fuck about Ray Fiennes.
What?
Really?
They don't care about him. Like, it's not even that they don't like him or they think he's a bad actor. They go, who the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, In Bruges, Schindler's List, Red Dragon, The Menu. I mean, name them. How many more? There's like
Voldemort in Harry Potter. How? Like, where do we need him to be for you to recognize?
And what was the hotel movie he was in? He was in some hotel movie.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was. Either way.
He was in some hotel movie you can't remember.
Is Ray Fiennes gay, Adam?
Oh, yeah, he must be. According to Aaron, yeah, he's a gay guy.
I'm going to say Ray Fiennes is not gay. What do you think, producer Chris?
I'm going not gay.
Annie?
Definitely gay.
Oh, shit. Annie's the best at this. God. She's going to know better.
Let Annie go first.
Yeah, right? So we got to copy her.
Hey, women are not impressed by Ray Fiennes. They don't give a fuck. Ray Fiennes is gay.
No, damn it. Why would he be gay? It doesn't even make sense. This is why I'm bad at this game. Think of my dumb logical brain. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So what's the score? Adam and Annie are on the board?
Correct.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready for a comeback. Here we go.
I'm still a big fan of some guy that said they stopped teaching cursive in schools so newer generations can't read and understand historical documents or declarations.
Wow, what is the context of this?
I think he's just reading things on X.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Not-
Adam. Is
not
That's a good show format.
gay?
What's the question? The question is...
Is writing in cursive gay?
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
I want to say everything's gay. Writing in cursive is gay. Producer Chris?
I went not gay.
Annie?
I don't think it's gay this time.
Jesus,
I'd like to change my answer.
Yeah, me too. I suck at this game.
Final answer.
All right, here we go. We're locked in.
No, that one's dumb because we just translate those anyway.
God damn, it's just dumb.
Just dumb.
My instincts are all off on this game. All right. What's the score?
Annie is leading with 2.
Okay. I don't like how this is going so far, but that's all right. We got time.
I'll ask Annie first.
We're going to come back.
It would be like kicking the Colorado Rockies out of baseball. It's like, but wait a minute. We all kicked the shit out of the Rockies, except, of course, the Twins who just got swept by them. Hey. We're gonna win, Twins. We're gonna score. We're gonna win, Twins. Watch that baseball soar.
Gay.
Knock out a home run. Shout a hip hooray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. I'm definitely going gay on this one. Sorry, not to. You asked the questions, Megan. I'm sorry.
All right, Annie is. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Is being swept by the Rockies gay?
No.
Producer Chris.
I went not gay. But for the record, I put my answers in first.
Adam.
Yeah, I'm definitely going gay with this. Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, I'm going gay.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Getting swept by the Rockies is so gay.
Yes, yes. And I think he's right about that for once. This is the first time I agree with him.
Carl, you're on the board.
Yes, I'm on the board. There's hope. There's
Adam is tied with
optimism.
Annie.
Okay. All right. Interesting. This game is shaping up right now. We gotta have
anything could happen.
We gotta get a scoreboard on here.
Yeah, we do.
Like a whiteboard.
Ooh.
Our whiteboard is occupied.
Show what the whiteboard shows right now.
It's pretty gay.
I'm gonna go with gay on that.
It's a dick that has dicks for feet and
dick tits.
Dick tits.
And a dick.
That's like dick inception.
Yeah, it's a lot of dick down here.
Huh.
All right. Moving on. Let's play this game where we make fun of Aaron for saying gay.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Hypocrisy.
Root says Mersh is just fucking around. It's content. He's just making his dough using relevant subject matter. Yeah, but there's a reason. Like, I will say this. Royce has a point. There's a reason that Revenge of the Sis is far more popular. Like, not even close. Way more popular than anything he does solo. It's because they like that Revenge of the Sis covers the news and shit like that.
All right.
Is Revenge of the Sis gay, Annie?
No. But yes. The answer is no, but yes, it is.
Chris?
Wait, Annie, what am I putting you down for?
She's saying no.
No.
Okay. I also went not gay.
I got to go not gay with Revenge of the Sis. Adam?
Yeah, I'm going to second that. Not gay.
All right. Let's see.
Like the other stuff, a lot of people are turned off by it because it's fucking gay.
Oh, okay.
Our restream shit went up.
All right. So we got thrown for a loop there. I should have known.
I should have trusted my instincts. I thought it was gay. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Always
heart,
trust your instincts.
Follow your heart, yeah.
All right. So where's the score at right now?
Adam and Annie still with 2 apiece.
2 apiece. All right. We do have a tiebreaker if we're still tied after this next round.
Let's get stupid with 199. Says racist, copyright violation. Report now. That is a good parody of like the average SteelToe hater.
Are
What's the
SteelToe
question?
haters
Oh.
gay? Annie?
Yeah, they are.
Chris?
I went not gay.
Oh, I'm going all gay. All right. This is so gay. You guys can't even believe how gay this is, Adam.
I mean, if they're not gay, they're losers. So I'll just go with gay.
Yeah. All right. Well, he doesn't have that many synonyms, so but most things are just gay. Let's find out.
Just they're so fucking silly and stupid.
Jesus.
They're silly and stupid.
Yay, I stole
They're not
one.
gay. Come on, guys.
What does this mean? What's the
So
score now?
I'm tied with Adam and Annie.
All right. Well, we have
Man,
a
I'm
tiebreaker.
stumping you guys
All right.
now. This is fun.
Yeah. No, you're getting too good at this. We have to talk. We have to have a meeting afterwards. All right. We got a tiebreaker. We can't let this end in the tie. This isn't a all-star game. Let's find out what's going on.
Coltrane, which says cloudy with a 100.
Aaron Shirt. Is
That shirt is super gay.
100% gay.
I'm just kidding. That's not what it is.
Coltrane, which says cloudy with a 100% chance of Aaron eating meatballs. Or maybe just balls.
Is eating balls gay, Annie?
Not for Aaron.
Oh, I went gay.
It seems too obvious, but Annie says not gay. I think it's not gay.
I don't like his use of the word Coltrane, first of all. And it's definitely, I'm going to go with gay.
All right. What if you eat the stuff that comes out of balls off of your wife? Is that
Then you're Cardiff.
okay?
Well, who's watching?
All right, let's find out. Let's figure out what we're rooting for here. So, who said what? Annie said not gay.
Carl and Annie, not gay.
Okay.
Me and Adam.
So if it's not gay, Annie wins. Ooh. If it is gay, producer Chris and Adam both share the first place.
Let's get
ribbon.
gay.
Gay.
I love it. I love it. Well, I suck at this game. I really do stink. I liked it better when I knew the answers so that I could just not play and pretend I knew stuff.
Well, I'm having fun with it, and I hope everyone else
It's
is.
a great game.
It's a great game.
Megan Mania.
I can't believe this is the game I'm excelling at.
A lot of people predicted this in our subreddit a long time ago, so don't feel bad. All right, we have another game, and that is, of course, the fantastic 2 minutes.
Everybody's
with
favorite
Tom.
game.
Well, he'll tell us. He'll tell us what's going on.
It's time for everyone's favorite new game show. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? And Adam Bush, are you ready to find the bomb? Playing 2 minutes with Tom.
Keep it going for Dan Marcy Caper! It's great to be here tonight in front of a group of people who failed to get Metallica tickets. Tell you a little bit about me. I'm 34 years old, and my girlfriend looks at my penis the same way a kid looks at snow waiting to hear if school's going to be closed.
What did Tom say next? Here are your choices. Number 1.
Gay.
Anything less than 6 inches, and there's bitter disappointment. B. She stares for a second, sighs, and says, "This ain't enough to cancel anything, but it's gonna ruin my shoes." Next. She's squinting, like, is it enough to cancel? Or should I just pretend I'm sick? 4. She opens the blanket like the curtains, takes one look and groans. I guess I still gotta go to work. And lastly, except she's hoping it's less than 3 inches, so she can just go watch daytime TV instead. 2 minutes with Tom.
All right, I know the answer. I'm gonna make Megan go first since this is the game she's playing.
4 inches is fine, guys.
The old Robin Quivers quote. Do you know what Robin was talking about in that drop?
They were talking about snow, right?
No, when Robin Quivers says 4 inches is fine, the famous Howard Stern drop, you know what she's talking about?
4 inches is fine.
I haven't heard that in a while.
She was watching a movie on her iPhone. With the iPhone screen.
Okay.
So 4 inches is fine. It got played for years to come. Which one do you think is number 4?
Oh, gosh. I'm trying to read it. I'm just going to go with number 1 because that one's funny.
Okay. Annie.
I'm pretty sure I do know the punchline, so I'm locking in 1.
Okay. Producer Chris?
It's 1.
Anna Bush?
Yeah, I'm going with 1.
It is number 1. I don't know why you think that's funny. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'll have to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the two that Cardiff came up with, B and Nex, were actually way better punchlines.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, they're all pretty good.
All right.
Tell you a little bit about me. I'm 34 years old, and my girlfriend looks at my penis the same way a kid looks at snow waiting to hear if school's going to be closed. Anything less than 6 inches, and there's bitter disappointment.
This is why this joke sucks. Let me explain this. So he's never had a girlfriend. He doesn't know how sex works. And so he thinks that the girlfriend doesn't know the size of his penis. The girlfriend would know the size of your penis. He would just be like, oh, you didn't get bigger since last time? Like, no, I didn't. It's still 5.5. Doesn't make any sense.
I am from the Baltimore area, and when you're a comic, you're from the Baltimore area, you get asked to do West Virginia.
See, anything other than my girlfriend.
Right.
Would make more sense.
A stranger at a truck stop.
Right. And a bush.
Hey, wait,
would
hold
be
on.
a better. Oh, I'm sorry.
This episode is brought to you by patreon.com/Cardiff Electric and Cardiff Electric's new YouTube channel, @Cardiff Elect. If you don't subscribe right now, I'll just do it. Just do it. Sit, Eugene, sit. Good dog.
I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
Very good, Cardiff. Thank you very much for that. He has been on a little bit of a staycation, and so he put those together for us so that we'd have some games while he was not working, and we do appreciate that. Guys, what have we done today? I feel like we've done it all. We talked about Opie's latest stream where he gets very upset when people bring up the weather now. Don't do that anymore. We talked about Two Bears, One Cave getting way better all of a sudden. The Fighter and the Kid is putting out clips of them not understanding how the world works, which is great. Stephanie Miller is regretting hiring Stuttering John because he cannot work the board and just doesn't know what to do with him.
It just hit me because John's been talking about those, fan notes, the reviews fans had of John that she gave to him as an example as to why she's a monster. And he always talked about how he never read it. They're all crazy. It's such a cruel thing to do. I was surprised when they mentioned that. And he was like, I shaved because of that. So he read all of those notes about a radio show. And the one he took was to shave. What an asshole.
I wanted to look better. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Good call. We talked about SteelToe's live show that he did and the very little effort that he put into it. We played a couple games. I didn't win, so it didn't matter. You know what that means? It's time for everyone's favorite part of the show. The teaser. Yes, of course, we do a show every Saturday, and this Saturday we'll be doing a show with Trucker Andy coming in studio. And I don't know what we're going to do yet, but please send in your suggestions. You can email the show, wtpshow@gmail.com. You can send it to us on Patreon. We always see the messages on there when you DM us. And also, we have a review suggestions channel in our Discord server. It's free to join our Discord server. The link is on whoarethese.com. And I always go through the review suggestions. Very helpful for podcasts that we'll be checking out in the future. So if you find something that's wild, very interesting, please put that in there.
And Carl personally monitors it, so anything that's said in that Discord is Carl's responsibility, and he's happy to answer for it. Just ask him.
Do you remember that?
I do.
That was a weird time when John was explaining to me that it was my fault that people were using gamer words in my Discord.
Yep.
But I host the show, John. I'm not the mod of the Discord. We got a couple of super tips, and then we'll do some reviews and some voicemail. Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to interrupt the show. Unrelated topic, but Carl, did you hear about a guy killing his daughter-in-law during a family wedding in Schaumburg, Illinois, Sarasani's turf? I did not, but I will look into that before WATS tomorrow. And I actually got a new jingle for our boy John Sarasani.
Oh.
That's pretty funny. So I'll be debuting that as well. Happy Valley Wrecking Crew coming in. Aaron's body is the exact spot of spot-on symptom of low T. No wonder he needs to guzzle spunk. Does that help for low T? Do doctors recommend that? I had no idea.
It's a form of protein, I think.
Stewie felt
gay.
Love it when Toad dresses like a trapper keeper from 1985. Yeah, I think I said this on Point Dabble Point probably on Monday, but I'll say it again. If you haven't watched Patrick Melton's 6-hour review of the entire weekend that Aaron had with his 11th anniversary, I recommend you go over to Nobody Likes Onions YouTube channel and check that out. Troy Smith, by the way, staycations are gay. Is everything going to turn into Is It Gay on this show? It starts with a game and then maybe we'll just rebrand. We'll just rebrand the podcast into Is It Gay. Do you have any new reviews?
Yeah, I got two for us today.
All right.
The first one comes in from Green Ashtray. The title is Be More Funny. Could possibly be the worst show on the internet.
Be more funny.
I'm going to guess that is a 5-star review.
Fortunately, it is, yes.
Nice. All right, that person gets it.
And the second one comes in from Michigan's Most Triggered Fan. Are you kidding me? This show is constantly making fun of the LGBT 69 plus community, and they have a game called Is It Gay? Wow. Just wow. I think the only gay on the show is Carl.
LGBTQ plus.
That sounds like a 5-star review to me, Annie.
It's back-to-back 5 stars.
Oh, I love it. Are those coming in on Apple Podcasts?
Yes, they are.
All right. So go to Apple Podcasts, review us. But there's also an opportunity on individual episodes on Spotify to comment on those. And I think Megan was checking that out.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple from last week's episode.
Which episode was it? Do you remember?
It was episode 641.
Okay. 641.
Last week's.
We talked about a lot of things and did a lot of stuff, I remember.
All the things. So this one's from Ep643. Carl reviewing podcasts is gay.
Okay, so that's catching on.
Seems kind of gay.
Let's see. Two Cones said, I've been listening to lots of O&A lately. Opie is so much different. It's insane. Even when they jocktober themselves, he can take some shit.
That is true. There was a time he had a little bit of a sense of humor about himself. I think it was when he was cashing checks for hundreds of thousands of dollars on a regular basis.
Yeah. And I'll read one more. This is from the Great Sea Moose. I'm just glad my best friend in the whole world, Adam Bush, is back on this episode.
Well, it's funny you say that because the Great Sea Moose also left us a voicemail.
Ahoy, hoy, Great Sea Moose here. As a former DirecTV call center agent that worked in cancellations, I can confirm that we can give lifetime free DirecTV, but only if the sex with the customer is exceptional.
Okay, good to know.
Fair.
Call me back.
Finally got clarification on that detail. It's good.
Oh my God, Carl, you're such a fucking idiot. I don't know what you did. You did something on last week's show. I don't remember. I didn't even watch last week's show, but you're a fucking idiot. I can't believe it. You Rochester fucking minded people. You're so stupid. I have not watched the show in months, but you're an idiot. Maybe if you weren't an idiot, I still wouldn't watch the show. Fuck you. Hey, Chris. Love you, bud. Bye.
How the fuck did Reddit get my phone number? Who gave Reddit my number? It's ridiculous. Chris liked that one a little too much, I think.
Carl, it's the guy who gave out his phone number. Fucking Hulk Hogan's dead, right? But why have I never heard that his sex tape that he had was with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? How? Fuck you, bye.
Yeah, it was a big story. Remember, was it Gawker that got taken out of existence because of that? It was kind of a big deal. Lawsuits and stuff. But yeah, keep up. Ronnie in Syracuse calling in.
Hey, Carl, Ronnie in Syracuse. Love you, love the show. Just got done listening to the weekend show and your review of Billy Joel on Bill Maher. And all I can say is when Billy was playing the intro to Summer Highland Falls on the piano and asked if he should sing, and Bill says no, all you needed there was the sound of the needle skipping across the record because, oh, my God, what an awful moment. And don't forget, everybody, go to thecreepoff.com and vote for Carl because we want Vinny to spin that wheel of consequences. Don't call me back.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be cool? Have you guys been watching that Billy Joel documentary at all?
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not all the way through it. It's very long. But I'm 3/4 of the way there.
The personal life stuff's amazing about his wife and all of that. I didn't know a lot of those details. It's incredible.
Yeah, the first wife who's the manager, and then, of course,
yeah,
Christine Brinkley.
But in that Bill Maher thing, I know what Bill Maher was going for. He was like, this is the after show. Everyone always wants you to dance, monkey. I'm going to be the one time that they say you don't have to sing, and Billy will appreciate that. But this is why these comics reviewing musicians, sometimes it just doesn't work. They're too worshipful. They overthink stuff. If a comic started to tell a joke and said, should I tell the punchline? There's no scenario where Bill says no. He knows every comic wants to be told to tell the punchline. That's what you do. And he just shot him down trying to be cool. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, there were a lot of awkward moments in that. And like I said, when we did the show, I appreciate both of those guys. But I don't know what Bill Maher was trying to do. Try to impress him, I guess.
Yeah. It reminded me of when Mark Maron interviewed Jacob Dylan. He kept talking about he was going to get all the Dylan info, and then he just didn't do anything.
All right, let's talk about ball washing, shall we?
Okay.
Lady K, Big C, AD. I don't know how you guys do it, man. Deluxe. The shows are awesome. Fucking Saturday was fire. I was over the John thing and straight fire, like 4 shows in a row, the best you guys have done. Where, and I'm not trying to be a ball washer, it gets me to my point. Where did this stupid fucking term, ball washer, come from? I've never heard it. I'm from New Jersey, went to college in upstate New York, Wall Street, lacrosse star, man's band, strip clubs, hookers.
Sure.
Never heard the term in my life. I'm thinking it's a guy who calls himself the Mud Shark, which I think we know what that means, a mud shark. Made it up or came up with it or something. So, Megan, if you ever find yourself in Orange County, I got a super tip for you, special one.
It's not that far away. Where did ball washer come from? Anyone?
It's got to be someone like KB who needed a reason to explain away why people just like something and needed to make somebody liking something a negative and somehow a weakness when it's just like having good taste and being confident about it.
Isn't that a golf term also?
Oh, interesting.
Gosh, I never thought
Well,
of that.
yeah.
None of us ever did because we're pretty gay.
It's just like a different way to say like brown nosing or sucking up, but
Dick
you know,
sucking,
I guess
yeah.
a cool way to say it. I guess.
You're getting
But
really
isn't that
worked
a
up over
canine?
there.
Isn't that a canine term, Annie? A brown nose? Doesn't that come from?
We might be.
Yeah, I think so.
overanalyzing it.
Again, it's all the same thing, but just a different way to say it. So where it came from, I don't know. I don't know why it caught on so well though.
We've gotten a lot of response to the Sam Hyde with Harlan Williams podcast that we reviewed. A lot of Sam Hyde fans out there.
You really kind of kicked the hornet's nest by talking about Sam Hyde at all.
Like, I love Sam Hyde. I think he's very funny. I think maybe he should have approached the interview with Harlan Williams differently. But he's also not a guy who's interested in kissing up to people who are, like, you know, higher up the chain than him if he doesn't respect them. You know? But who gives a shit? It was a good episode.
Thanks.
I like Sam Hyde, I like Harlan Williams. I think it was funny that they kind of just did some mutually assured destruction. Smooch.
Yeah, except for it was Harlan's studio. That's the only difference there. And I think that Sam Hyde does like Harlan Williams. I don't know a lot of people who don't. Very funny guy.
Yeah, I felt like he just didn't. He wanted the bit to go a certain way. He was like, I'm going to do this, and then Harlan's going to do that. And when Harlan didn't do what he wanted, he just didn't know how to pivot and make it work. He just backed down. But I get it's his thing. It just went over so odd. I think Harlan won.
Yeah, if there's a winner in a thing like that, Harlan definitely did not break character the way that Sam Hyde was hoping he would. Oh, look at this. Keanu calling into our voicemail number. This is exciting.
Hello, darling. This is Kiki. Eugene and I will be touring. We're touring comedians now. We'll be in Arlington, Virginia this weekend. And if people are wondering about the ticket prices, one of our shows is just Please Tip. We're just big stars now, touring comedians. Eugene and I.
Well, that's very exciting. People will see you when you're out on the road for sure. James Q. Legend, are you guys kidding me about Hulk Hogan being dead? No, he passed away on Thursday.
Yeah.
It's like almost a week ago. But
we have been kidding about it.
Unless you did, that's not what you wanted to hear. And then in that case, we'll say something different.
I can't believe Robin Quivers just called in.
Just.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to.
I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Just do it.
Okay, bye.
Okay, folks.
Guess what?
The
episode's over.
Are we done here?
I think we are.
This is it. It's over. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about. Well, you should be worried about it, actually. Sorry, I take that back. You should be very worried. Be very, very worried.